Oh.
Let's try this a third time. There we go. Hello, everybody.
Hello, how are you?
Hello.
We made it here somehow
Hi.
through all of it.
It's been a while. We had some internet issues last time. If you're watching on YouTube, hi, welcome in. We had some internet issues last time. That's why the last episode will have just half an episode, but that still hasn't been uploaded yet because of other stuff that's been going on. But welcome, everybody. Hello, everybody. We are back. Hi.
Glad
Hello.
you're here.
We're the best because we're the only one coming.
First show back, baby. Starting with the best.
I've had 2 weeks to devise even more evil things to befall you in this.
I've had 2 weeks
carnival.
I've had 2 weeks to plot Goldie's death.
I've had 2 weeks to forget the terrible situation our characters are in, and now I've just been reminded how terrible it is.
You'll be fine. No one's died yet.
There's the incarnation of death who can't be hurt.
That's the best
I
plot
can be
armor
hurt.
anybody can
It
have.
just hasn't happened.
Yeah.
No one's managed to do it.
The the MC took away my cleaver, which probably could have done it.
Could have done it.
I think it was magical, so it could have. It could have definitely done some damage.
Yeah.
But, the last time someone tried to hit me with that cleaver, I just dodged it, so it didn't matter.
Totally cheating. Hi, welcome in. We have Syrinscape in the background because that's awesome. We also use the City of Mist soundtracks because they also add to the atmosphere. Generally speaking, though, and especially as per last episode, we've seen the Syrinscape sci-fi and the Syrinscape fantasy to have multiple layers, and of course the MC keeps on going, and lightning strikes in the background, which means I have to go and searching for the lightning, which sounds like this.
That's so cool. Now I
fun.
know to do more sound effects, and you hear sounds of ghostly wailing in the background.
Can you give him a bit of forewarning?
I was about to say, if you distract him enough, they'll forget what's happening.
Anyway, so we use Syrinscape because Syrinscape is amazing. Check them out at syrinscape.com. They're not a sponsor. The overlay art and everything is being done by Hidekiro Chibi. The character art as well is done by Hidekiro Chibi. They look amazing. And Hidekiro Chibi is a full-time commission artist. Check her out at bestokecc.com.au. Don't leave out the AU because it's very important, because without it, it's a very different site. Or check her out at Twitch TV, Hidekiro Chibi. Don't ask me to spell it, though. It'll be in the credits. That's about it, really. We've done safety stuff. We've got all the bits and pieces in the background. I really enjoy this game. I really enjoy the City of Mist style of game.
It is a terrific system.
It really is.
It's super innovative. If you're familiar with Powered by the Apocalypse systems, that's good. That's a start. But what they've done with this is sort of make it, I don't mind saying, I think it's an innovation on top of it.
I would say an innovation and refinement. That's why the quiz which is coming out is the first official Powered by Mist system.
What is coming out?
Quiz.
Oh yeah! Also in 2 days, the Kickstarter for the Cyberpunk one is going to.
Which I can't remember the name, but I should know.
Tokyo Otherscape.
Yeah, which also looks awesome.
Yeah, it really does.
So yeah, that's about all the paperworky stuff. Introductions and Paul.
Oh, hello.
You didn't
Hello,
say a
everybody.
name, Karsh, so we didn't know which one you wanted
I
us to
look for the
start with.
person that's less attentive.
Oh,
I
I see.
am right here, okay? Hello, everybody. I am Paul. I play Penny Roberts. She is the reporter at the university. She has got herself into a bit of a situation in a very creepy carnival with a puppeteer master, and she's terrified right now. She's a bit inquisitive. She's got that kind of reporter flair. She's an investigative journalist at heart. And she's wielding her father's sawed-off shotgun and shaking a bit. And that's me. Hello.
Corvus?
Yeah, I'm Wolf of Red Roses. I play Corvus Castle here. It's fine, Karsh. That's why I'm here. Early childhood education professor at the university. The only, I mean, technically Penny and Chuck are adults by certain legal standards, but
Not for the drinking.
Not
I
for the
said
drink.
by certain standards. Certain. Anyway, also at this carnival, feeling very emotionally detached, not actually too worried about what's going on around him, just like, man, hope we finish this up soon, because this is just another annoyance added to the list of things I've had to do in the last, 3 weeks. I remember when I was just a professor, and that was nice, and now I do this.
Yeah, he's getting a bit weird. Just a little bit. Hi, I'm Karsh the Goblin, and I'm playing Chuck, who's the footballer, and he's in his worst nightmare. Stuck in a room, well, we're out of the room, but stuck with his stalker, Goldie, Sam, to everybody else, because we're not her friends. And that's what our MC has devised as the worst nightmare for my character, to be stuck with his, well, ex-girlfriend, who's not even ex-girl, well, kind of, but yes. But check out the previous VODs; they're all on YouTube. All our stuff's on YouTube. Check it out. Leave a comment down below. There's my segue for that. MC.
Hi. Hello. That was pretty smooth. I am Polly, and I am the MC of this game. That is another name for the GM. Every at the beginning of every game, somebody is supposed to do the voiceover monologue, and I'll be damned if I can remember who it was. I believe, was it Chuck?
I'll do it if you want. We didn't have one because we had
I think because of the technical issues, we forgot to actually name someone.
Oh,
I think you're right. I think Chuck did it last time.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think Goldie can do it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yes, Goldie.
Yes, that is good.
What? Okay.
Now we get to see how much she's stalking us.
Goldie is the MC's character because Polly likes to play as well, apparently.
I have the best plot armor that a character can have. The MC doesn't want to kill me. Oh my god. Can you believe it? Holiday got out of the hospital and he doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I don't know why. I mean we weren't ever that serious, but it seems like he's jealous for no reason. Well, okay. He's jealous for good reason. Chuck's such a cutie pie. He plays football for the college here. Anyway, so I think Chuck might be a little mad at me, and luckily I know where he is. I think he wants to be a detective when he grows up because he's hanging out and doing I don't know, detective work. In fact, he single-handedly got him and his friends into this swanky apartment, and I've been staying there for the last week. I can't believe nobody's come in to get me. I found the most perfect, comfortable bed, and I after some trial and error, I was able to put the right time in the microwave so that the food came out exactly the temperature that I like. But it's time to move on. I've got to do other stuff, and so I happen to come across the knowledge of my cute Chucky. He's out there on the carnival right now. So I found this I liberated this hearse, and it's so cute. It's painted white. It has a little ghosty thing on the door. I don't know, but I got it driving, and I wouldn't say follow it. I met him at the carnival, and he pretended like he wasn't excited to see me, but I know he was. A lot of people are like that with me. They like to play, and but then just out of nowhere, I saw the most wondrous sight that a girl like me could see, a big bag of money, and I started running toward it. But Chucky tried to stop me from it, and he fell into a hole. I mean, it wasn't a hole. It was more like a trap door. I tried to save him, and now I can't find him. We found in this dark room, and then some doors opened. I couldn't see him anywhere. And so now, when last we left us, I was walking down this lit hallway, all by myself, apparently. And that's the voiceover monologue. Now,
Meanwhile, Chuck's about 5 meters behind.
yeah.
Very quiet.
Two things. One,
yeah,
Goldie
go
seems to
ahead.
get more and more from New Jersey each time you do the voice. Secondly, I like to imagine, because Goldie seems to be a terrible person, that her preferred temperature is mouth temperature. So it's just the same temperature as her mouth normally is, which is gross.
Mouth temperature, huh? That's right.
I bet she loves giving mouth temperature.
Now,
And let's X-Card and move on.
Seems fair.
so where we left our intrepid heroes, Chuck and Goldie are down in some sort of underground maze, it seems, or at least a tunnel, leaving a darkened room. But up above ground, there was a storm forming, and light drizzle started to fall. Thunder rolls in the distance. You know that at some point the sky is going to open up and you will be drenched. But in the meantime, you were making your way, if I remember correctly. Hold on, let me pull up my map here. Yes, I did make a little map. You were making your way past the entrance. You Corvus, carefully walked your way through potential trapdoors to a safer area, past the trapdoor that you're aware of. Right in front of you is now, well, you have a carousel to one side, but also in front of you, you can tell just ahead is that lazy river I was talking about. Or it looks like it was a lazy river at one
With
point.
the
Now it's
rickety...
yeah, like a rickety kind of wooden bridge there.
They're definitely not a trap.
It's 100% not a trap, I can assure you. And shortly after you made it across
No,
those...
Goldie prepared all of this for us.
Yeah, that's right. I Polly no longer exists. I've decided to just become Goldie. I like her.
No! Come back!
And Penny also, I believe, if I remember correctly, you made your way also following in the footsteps of Corvus. You safely made it to toward the same area between the carousel and the ditch, which I've referred to as the lazy river, but there's no water, so to speak, that you can see. It's just a ditch. And you can see there's in the distance, the fog is starting to build, so you can't see too far, but there are other rickety bridges you can see down in the distance.
We were heading towards some central object.
We
weren't
were heading towards the Ferris wheel because
Yeah.
that's where the ghost of Pauline told us where she was last connected to her physical body.
Right,
That
and
was
you
like
also saw around there, with your 7 to 9 roll and sneak around, you did notice that there was a carny looking like person with a striped sweater and a Freddy Krueger like hat that sort of ducked out and then ducked back into the shadows. So you were not alone. If you ever
Same person we've seen before, and also the trapdoors, if I remember correctly, were triggered in such a way that they were triggered almost directly, like they were aimed at something.
yeah,
They
almost
were
as if
remotely. So, Penny,
Mm-hmm.
when we exit one of your photographs, we exit where the photograph is, correct?
Yes, if there's another photo inside the photo, we can kind of use it to translate ourselves, but yes, typically.
And do you have like a Polaroid camera?
Yeah, it's an old Nixon. It can take Polaroids, but it can also take a bit of color.
Well, the reason I ask is because it seems like I think we both kind of have the same intuition that this bridge is probably a trap of some sort.
Most certainly. The problem is we'd have to leave the picture behind if we went into my picture.
What I'm saying is, could we take a picture, one of us enter it, and throw it across so the other one's across the gap?
Oh, I see.
And then we would exit where the picture is, which is across the bridge, without having to use the bridge.
Most certainly, but I have to be holding hands with a person to take them into my picture world.
So we couldn't really throw it. We could get you over there. We couldn't get me over there that way.
Yes, and I'm genuinely very concerned about someone just running forward and grabbing the picture and other things like that. I mean, your powers are quite frankly, they're amazing. Okay, but I'm also really worried that there might be some other kind of power that could, pick up an object from a distance or something like that. It would make some sense considering what we've seen.
Telekinesis seems like a small thing compared to what we do. I mean, the other option is just going across the bridge and what come may come.
Yeah, we most definitely need to test the waters somehow. I don't really like the idea of crossing a rickety bridge with some Jason-esque mother trucker on the other side.
Well, my scythe fell down one of the trap holes, so I can't use it like I did earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Almost as if on cue, when you say, test the waters, a couple of things happen. The skies open up, the light rain turns to a downpour. And you are. I'm going to change the story tag to downpour, so you're getting wet. Another thing happens. Nothing. Nothing bad. Just changes in the environment. The lazy river that looked dark and desolate. Suddenly, a green pale light appears from the bottom, and you don't know. You were sort of chatting with each other, and you see the green light appear, and it's dark, but you see you see the river kind of wave a little bit as if suddenly there's water in there.
Seems ominous. I do have another potential thing we can do. There's so Corvus, look around. You said there's a couple of rickety bridges around this thing. Is that right, Paulie?
Oh yeah.
I haven't tried using them outside the office. I can try calling some of my psychopomps here to walk across the bridges to figure out which ones are traps.
Oh, like adorable little minesweepers. Yes, that sounds quite fun. Also, can they feel pain? Yeah.
You're asking me questions that I don't have answers for. If they're like me, they can't die. So there's that.
I feel kind of bad if they, got hurt.
I mean, I'm sure they'll be fine.
We should try something.
Okay. So I'd like to summon a couple of the psychopomps from my office to me so they can walk across the bridge and test them to see which one won't fall off on us.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Have they been able to go? So do they live in your enclave, or are they? Or
I've never tried taking them out of the office. Corvus has not thought about it because they're very convenient in his office. So he's going to try and bring some here.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if that's going to be now all of a sudden
my thought here is I'm doing a change the game to essentially determine a bridge that would work for us to cross safely by getting the psychopomps to essentially test all the bridges and then report back.
Yeah. Okay. Let me know what tags you're going to use, and we'll see if this is going to work.
So here's a question I'll ask you, the GM.
Yeah.
Can they feel pain?
Can I say it'll be up to the roll?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I ask is specifically if I ignore the fact that they feel pain and I don't care, I was going to add depraved to this, being like, I don't care if these things get hurt. They're just little things.
I mean, I mean, I'm not even convinced you can do this. So like, let's
Okay.
one thing at a time. Yeah.
Sure. The two things I got here are Psychopomps and Aura of Death to make the environment more conducive to them, much like I do the ghosts I summon.
Aura of Death.
Yeah.
And
the Psychopomps themselves.
Okay.
Because that's the power tag.
All right. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I mean, there's enough death around here. That's
yeah.
Work. This is a pretty death-laden area.
Yeah, it just makes it easier. What do you want? Well, hold on now. You just said it's a very death-laden area. Is there a story tag that this place is subsumed with death energy?
No.
Okay. All right.
You could, if
game.
you want to, you could use that as your change.
No, I'm gonna check to make sure these bridges work. I think that's a bit more important than giving me that. So change the game. Power of 2.
Now, is it going to be investigate or change the game?
We'll change the game to give me a tag that one of the bridges is safe to cross. Is what I'm trying to do.
I see. Okay. All right. Yeah, go for it. That makes sense.
So change the game. 8 mixed success.
All right.
So I'm going to create one story tag of safe bridge. Like there is one bridge that is safe for us to cross. It's temporary, so maybe when we go across it, it like falls out behind us. So it'll be safe for a little bit.
And we'll say that's the one that happens to be right in front of you.
Sure. I guess since you asked if I was going to use it, I have another juice to spend. I will create a story tag that this area, at least temporarily, because there's been recent murders here, does have a bit of like death hanging around it. Like death hangs in the air.
I'm gonna say this because I don't think you're going to. So it's gonna take a while for these. I don't think your next roll is gonna be one. It's going to be immediately to cross the bridge, because you're not really up to it yet. So I would rather you spend the other juice to make this ongoing.
Okay, then yeah, I'll make the bridge ongoing.
Oh wait, you can't even do that with the 8.
Yeah, no, that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then. Okay.
The other option I have is something else. If you want to, I have another thought here. So
I'll
let's
give
say
you the
they're like
ongoing thing. Just if that's okay. What's your other option?
the other option I have is in order to decrease this depraved tag by 1, because I can reduce the status. Maybe one of my I do see like 2 of the Psychopomps fall into water, and I'm like, oh shit! Like I actually do worry about them. So I'm just like,
I'll let you decide.
Yeah, I think it's better flavor-wise if the bridge collapses after we cross it. So we'll have a temporary safe bridge.
That's fine.
And I'll say, like, I do see these Psychopomps, like, fall, and I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I once the coldness of my heart heats up a little bit as I'm like, oh, these little guys who have only ever been beneficial to me might have just gotten hurt or something. That actually worries me in some way. And I'm like, huh.
Okay.
Do they have names?
No. I can't tell them apart. They all look identical. Giving
Kevin!
them names would...
Okay. So then what are you going to call that? From Depraved 4 to what did we say?
I think it was like Inhuman 3 was what it was originally.
Inhuman 3. All right, good. So now in order to preserve your temporary bridge, I'm going to hold off right there. I'm going to move the spotlight over to Penny to ask, okay, what are you doing? Now you've seen this insanity. These little death beings have looked around, they've done some surveillance and actually delivered some workable intelligence. What are you going to do?
Seeing as some of them are drowning, and it makes me feel a bit terrible for them. So their little legs kind of puddling in the background. Aww! I think on the most part, I'm going to be on the lookout for the figure, but also the stream, the water has got me worried. The lightning and the downpour, it all seems all very purposeful, timed even. So I think what Penny would be on the lookout for, mostly out of fear.
Don't say.
So?
I said you don't say. I don't
Oh,
think
yes.
you're right about that. Honestly, I don't think you're right. I think this is all coincidence, but you know.
I think mostly out of fear, she is going to be looking for any obvious staff areas that have like maybe this is somewhere you could trigger traps from, because the trapdoors from before were clearly done with vision on the area.
Yeah.
And if they don't have any obvious cameras lying around, which I think we looked for before, maybe we can kind of hopefully identify some areas they're more likely to be. So that's Penny. She's basically just keeping an eye out.
Okay, so that sounds like investigate.
It is, yes.
Make sure that you subtract 1 for downpour. It's going to be harder
1 for
to see
downpour.
in the rain. And then whatever tags you have.
I don't think I've got any relevant weaknesses, but I do have investigative reporter being a power tag, which makes some sense because she's used to looking for that kind of detail.
That makes sense to me.
Aware of every tiny moment and snooping around, I think would also be relevant because she's used to looking for specific things and she's aware of every tiny moment happening in front of her. So she's able
Every
to lock on.
tiny moment, you say.
Every tiny moment, indeed.
Okay. All right.
That's free. I think that's
the
quite
one
relevant.
that's gonna get burned.
Done.
I'm just kidding. I'm just
Well,
kidding. I
we'll
love
see
that.
what I roll.
I mean, you might fail. Maybe. Oh, great success.
All right. There you go. You have 2 clues.
There are 2 clues. Yes, there are. One of
Let me
them
tell you this
asking-
also. Let me tell you this. I'm going to give you this one for free. While you're looking around very carefully, you notice, because you said, well, look at that lazy river. It's now apparently a river. You see, as you are observing the park to the extent you can in the rain, you see, as your eyes glance over the river, it's still waving, but above the waves for just a flash, you see a fin go up and then down. You may ask,
no.
All right.
I don't know what that means.
I've killed a shark before.
And all of a sudden you hear the song for some reason. No.
Speaker stop playing.
Okay.
Okay, so the trapdoors that were triggered remotely have to be powered by something. So what I'm going to be looking out for is any kind of cabling that could lead to it. I don't know if it could be wireless, I guess, actually. I don't really know that.
It could also be magic.
You
Could
see,
be magic.
it could be magic, but it turns out whether or
Are
not
there any cables?
you see cables that would
Ah!
fit that description for some reason.
yeah.
You know, you were like, well, hold on a second. If there's, it is interesting though that somebody who obviously, or something that has obvious access to magic would need cables, but for whatever reason, there are cables that seem to be, there seems to be a central area where the cables, to the extent you can tell, there might be multiple central areas, but the one that's within your vision, you can see it happens to be a circular kind of building. It's exactly where we were talking about before. It was so like where you saw that person with the striped sweater and the hat. That's the building that they sort of glanced out from behind. That's the cables are heading toward that building right there. It's between a carousel and the large Ferris wheel in the park.
Okay, that seems really
the cables
important.
going to there. Yeah, it does seem. It seems like that's a place you should go.
I wasn't expecting that to work.
Well,
Okay. A relevant question about their character. I suppose I would just ask Corvus. Corvus, you said you've been here before. That building that's in between here and the carousel. It's got all these weird wires going into it that kind of look like they connect to the carnival and the rest of the area over there. I don't suppose you remember that being like a staff area or something like that.
I was here when I was 5 years old, which was about 30 years ago at this point. I do not remember, though seems like there would be a hub that runs all the rides and things. It would make sense that if there is one, that would be a staff-only area. They wouldn't want customers going in and flipping switches to the rides.
It just kind of feels like the kind of place they'd have like some place, as you say, to like activate stuff. And if I was a weird kind of
Jigsaw-esque serial killer,
Jigsaw-esque serial killer man, whatever, or woman, or thing, or shark. By the way, don't go into the water. There's a shark.
Once again, killed a shark before. It's fine.
I know, but your psycho pumps him in the water.
That is a very valid point. I might kill the shark just so it doesn't eat the psychopops, to be quite honest with you.
I would understand. Here's a gun.
Do you actually give me your shotgun?
No.
I was about to say, like, I don't need that to kill something.
She's shakingly handing it to you and pulls it back. Sorry, no. Sorry, this is my emotional support right now. I need this.
Also, if you're shaking that bad, maybe don't fire... Actually, you can fire the gun near me. It won't do anything to me. I don't care.
I'm not planning to fire it. It just makes me feel safe.
Is it loaded?
Yes.
Okay, then you should be ready to fire it. You have a gun.
I don't know how.
Do you really not?
No. I'm sorry, my father never taught me.
Oh, give me the gun for a second. And Corvus goes over the basics of gun safety. Wait.
You have one more question.
Oh, sorry, that was the second one. I was asking a player a relevant question about their character.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, the answer is Corvus has no idea, because once again, we established last session that Corvus was here when he was 5. He has no reason to remember most of the things about this park.
Yeah, I'm role-playing as Penny being so shaken that she just quickly is in the moment and she forgot what happened 5 minutes ago because she has to be so laser-focused on this terrible mastermind situation that she's...
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, alright, good.
So yeah, Corvus... We end the scene with Corvus going over gun safety for Penny.
Alright, good.
Perfect.
We cut, yeah. Cut down to Goldie walking around. What you see is cinder block walls, completely whitewashed. Well, they're a little bit dingy. There's fluorescent lights at the top, at the ceiling that are glitching out a little bit. She's like walking, and what are you doing, Chuck?
I'm just walking behind, trying to be very, very quiet and hiding from her so she doesn't notice me and doesn't talk to me. If she's in on it, she'll lead me right to where we need to be. If she's not, she'll fall into the trap first. Which I'll probably then have to save her, but at least she'll detect the trap before I can.
Don't have to save her.
You notice as you're walking, there's also seams in the walls that you haven't identified. But if you keep walking, you end up walking for a little while. The path starts out straight, it curves a little bit to the left, and at some point you notice that the cinder block walls give way to, I don't know, it looks for a moment, well, not for a moment, they're cinder block, and suddenly they turn into what looks like just bookshelves on both sides. She keeps walking. She has no interest in books.
She doesn't even notice it.
Yeah. And she keeps walking. Behind her, she doesn't notice this because she keeps going forward. A book flies from one shelf to the other shelf.
Na, 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 na.
I don't know. I'm just here reporting the news. I don't know what any of that means.
Someone's had 2 weeks off. I just keep watching and just keep again. I don't want her to notice that I'm even there. But I keep an eye out for her.
Doesn't notice. Yeah. Okay.
I keep an eye out for her. Actually, okay. I get my phone out and start recording.
All right. And between the bookshelves, there's still these seams, like these metal seams in the walls. So, went to cinder block to bookshelves. She keeps walking, and she walks for. We'll say another few minutes pass of her walking. Suddenly, since nobody's taken any action, the seams, you realize in your horror what they're for. A steel door slams shut between you and Goldie.
Didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Oops.
And you can hear vaguely that it sounds like there's multiple doors closing.
Right. Can I try to tackle the door?
Sure. In fact, I will assign, so like instead of a maze 2 or 4, we'll say you're closed off 4. So you're gonna have to break through the a 4 status of, well, say walled 4.
Walled in for.
Yeah, walled in 4. Because if you turn around, you notice that a door is closed behind you as well.
Ah, here's the trick. It's only the steel walls. What about the bookshelves? Charge through those instead.
Legitimately.
And that does sound like the right thing to do, actually.
You're gonna have the same status either way.
Yeah.
You don't. Unless you do investigation, you might find something else out. But
Well, let's try to find which book is which one opens the door, and by doing that, I'm going to pull the bookshelves off the walls.
okay.
Because if it's one of those books, and if you pull the bookshelves off the walls, then that's the easiest way. It's the fastest way of doing it.
Okay. Name your move. That sounds reasonable enough to me.
Is that an investigate using my tackling?
What are you trying to accomplish? Are you just trying to open a door, right?
No, I'm trying to find out where if there is a button to open the door.
Yeah.
Because there's always like in the movies they had like the bookshelf, like you pull the book out and it opens the door. So when you got bookshelves on both sides of you, the fastest way of doing that is just to pull both bookshelves off.
Rick believes in efficiencies in his escape rooms.
Yeah. I think
Tactics.
I think that's a good approach, because then the walled in thing doesn't matter, because you're just looking. You're not trying to break through walls.
No.
So I guess that would be. We'll say. Are you trying to gain information, or are you trying to get out?
Trying to gain information of which book is the button to open the door.
Okay, well, I didn't say there was one that did anything like that.
He's just assuming
any-
he's watched the television.
Yeah.
If there's any doors or anything
Investigate to
behind
find
them,
out.
then that
Okay.
was also what would be there. But I'm
Okay,
just pulling.
Why don't you roll investigate? This might be a time for reverse clues. That's a
Reverse
rule.
clues.
Yeah, because I don't really know what to. I don't know whether to. I don't know whether to give you a change the game where you say I found the button, or if you do investigate where you can say I found the button, it's here with a reverse clue. That's like a variant rule where, like, if the MC wants you to improvise your own answer, you can say I'm going to use this clue to say I found this button.
That's pretty much. I'm trying to find the button by pulling everything off the walls. Because if there is a button from pulling a book, a lever from a book, I'm pulling all of the books by pulling all of the bookshelves off the walls. Not just pulling each individual book. I'm pulling the shelves.
We'll call it change the game.
Yeah.
We'll call it change the game.
Yeah. But I'm doing it violent. Well,
Yeah.
I would say violently, but the mass.
Physically, you are doing physical work to do this. You are not doing the mental math of this book has like the wrong year on it, and therefore it's a false book.
Yeah, you're trying to do raw strength.
Yeah. So I'm using tactics. I'm using the coach's playbook of using my tactics there, which is my new one. I'm going to do the more the merrier, because I'm doing every book at once.
Okay.
And that's about the only thing I can think of right now.
You could say, we'll say, here's what have you burned 0 pain receptors?
Yeah, that's burnt.
Okay.
I've got a lot of burnt tags.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about Ultimate Fighter? I
Yeah,
want to
that
give you
might do
a
it.
shot at this. Okay.
Yeah, that might
So
do it.
add Ultimate Fighter and then subtract 3 for Broken Bones.
With
Yeah.
the straight roll.
So I think it's a +1. I wanted to give you a shot at this.
And I've got adrenaline from some reason.
No, that's over. That was only a temporary one I gave you because I was being nice. And I wanted to save Goldie.
You're the only one here who does.
Yeah. Well.
So I've got somehow -4 from that. So I'm going to try and figure out what one's triggered to give me that -4. It's a. It'll be
You only have a
somewhere.
-3 from Broken Bones.
There's the closed off loss. There we go. That's done. We're at 0.
No, you don't do closed off. You just do Broken Bones because
Yeah.
you're not trying to get through the wall.
Yeah.
At least
So-
not yet. You're trying to
Not
look for-
directly.
Yeah.
Again, it's 0. I usually have 0, so let's do this.
Oh, you got a 0 from that?
Yeah,
Okay. Give yourself a +1. Just give yourself a +1.
because I've got
I'm
More the
gonna give it
Merrier,
to you.
Ultimate Fighter, and the coach's playbook, and that's about everything because everything else is burnt.
Okay, plus MC.
That's why I think adrenaline.
Okay. You get somehow the adrenaline stuck
Lasts.
around for just a little bit longer.
Plus, so there, I've got 1.
Now
His
get-
adrenaline might be pumping again because he just got closed off. He's in an enclosed space. Caged animal fights the hardest.
All right. +1.
And now do I do a minus for weakness? No. I will actually. I no longer care about personal property, as in I'm just destroying everything to do it.
All right.
Now it's 0
All right.
again.
That's perfect anyway.
It does work.
Okay.
So what I was doing, investigate. The most
No.
violent.
No.
Change
Change
the
the
game.
game.
Change the game. Okay.
To give yourself the button.
No. Wait, maybe.
No, it's
You got it, you
it's
got
a
it.
minimum 1. Minimum 1 success.
You got
did
it. Okay. Woo! Okay. What would you like to do? You could create a story tag, burn a power tag or story tag, or give a reduce the status.
Well, creating a story tag of here's the button.
Okay.
Sure, it's
This
gonna be
is not
temporary.
help you. This is not going to help you that much, but okay. All right. So we'll say
Thanks, MC.
okay.
There was a
Button,
button somewhere else.
It
Fake-
opens the first one in
fake
front of you,
red
not the
button.
3 others, though.
yeah,
Or
that's
is it just another door?
There's a trilogy of books you got to find.
okay.
See,
Okay, so we'll say red button appears behind the, you push everything off and you see, oh look, there's a panel right there.
There it
You
is.
rip off the panel and there's just one like cartoonishly big button there, and you don't really know what it's gonna do.
it's so tempting.
Yeah.
It's so tempting. Like, touch the button. I'll use a book to like press the button because in case I don't, in case it's electrocuted. Because I've had that before.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna have to roll. You don't know what you're pushing, so this is gonna be. I don't know how you're gonna do this. Okay, because remember you have a tier 4 status that is kind of blocking you here. So I mean, and what you're doing is taking a risk at this point. So you don't know what you're pushing, you don't know what button you're pushing, but if you succeed, that
Is
button is
there
going to do everything
another
you want.
power tag you can burn?
Oh, that's a good idea. But I mean, remember, if you burn a power tag for a hit, you still use statuses. It still applies. So like you could okay, hold on a second. You could burn a power tag and you have hold on, wait. Okay. You could burn if you burn a power tag, you get a 7+3. You have a 7+3, but then you have the -3 for the walled in 4, but you have a +1 for the red button, which would be enough. No, wait, because you can't use the power tag of red button if you're burning a power tag. You can't use any power tags at all.
Well, the red button's not a power tag; it's a story tag.
You still can't use story tags.
Oh, can you not?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I looked that up. This. Last
Also,
week.
since he's trying to remove the status of walled in 3 or walled in 4, whatever it is, does it not apply because he's trying to remove it? Because that's what we did when he was trying to heal himself. I don't know if that's a consistent thing, though.
It's a case by case MC judgment.
Okay.
In this case, like it has to apply, otherwise you would just, wouldn't exist at all. Like there's, he's not saying I'm breaking. Well. No, I think it would have to apply. I think it has to apply.
Okay.
I think it has.
I'm not
fly.
tackling the door, but I'm circumventing the closed off. So I can't even burn 2.
No, you can't
Can
burn
I
2.
burn 1? And that
Okay,
doesn't make me enough.
hold on.
So let's just
Okay.
do a flat roll with -4.
No, that's not going to succeed. There's no shot that'll succeed. I wouldn't.
You can get a mild success at best.
Yeah. So okay.
Which opens it a little bit.
Opens an inch.
Think this through. Let's think this through.
Then I can use my strength to open a little bit further. Oh wait, then it might open like. Then Goldie
Then you
might be able
gotta-
to get in.
Here's what I'll let you do.
Trapped.
I will say that if you roll a flat, take the risk. But I'm trying to think of something you could pay. What price are you willing to pay to like get those doors to go up? Are you willing to let Goldie out and leave you trapped?
Or is it the case of the price I'm willing to pay is to be stuck with Goldie for saving Goldie? Because I know you don't see it as MC as a punishment
Rest
No,
of
no,
us
I
don't.
don't. Oh, I see. Okay, all right.
for us.
Yeah, okay.
We
because if
see
you
it as an
fail-
absolute
if you
demonstrable
fail,
punishment.
Goldie, yeah, I mean the thing is, if you fail, Goldie's gonna die, right? Like, so like maybe that's why you're trying to get a -4, right? I know, you're like, no, come on, give me -4.
My full
Okay,
dreams.
okay. All right. Here's what I will say: if you are willing to do, this is not on the rules, but we're gonna do a little improvise here. If you are willing to burn a power tag, you can do a flat take the risk roll that if you succeed, the only thing that will happen is Goldie will be saved, but you will be in the same room.
Great. So I'm risking everything to just be stuck with Goldie now.
Right. If you fail, she dies. In fact, here's how you know that's happening. You can hear the gears turning. You can tell that the walls are closing in on both of you. You know, so like they're like closing in on you, and they're closing on her. Like those walls that close, they're like, it's almost like they're an accordion.
Oh boy. Goldie, can you help? There's a button here on the side.
Here! Oh my God! You're here! You came to save me! Yay!
There's a button on the side.
Just let him close.
And just describe where it is. Press the button at the same time, and we'll see if, and hopefully that stops everything.
Okay. Here's what I'll do for you. Since you've established contact with Goldie, that the Walden no longer applies to you. So if you're willing to just push, you can take the risk. If you succeed, it's not you getting through the walls. It's Goldie finding her own button in that one chamber that she's in. So you can just do your rolls as you would without having the Walden for apply.
Okay,
But I'm
so-
going to charge you 2 blunt because now she's like, what? And she's like flailing around.
I even called a Goldie instead of Sam. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody.
It's okay. It's a tender
Instead of having
moment.
-4, I've got -2. Not as bad. Which means I can then burn my tag.
You can use
I can't. No, still can't. I just
you can use your power tags if you want, or you could actually burn a tag for a hit, but you would only get a mixed success, which is not going to
not good enough.
That allows me to play with you a little bit.
Yeah, which we're let's get beyond the playing. I've only got I've only got one thing which is going to help me here, which is like the coach's playbook, my thinking, which is one tag of thinking.
One tag of higher brain function available.
Pretty much. And that's the only thing I've got. So I've got a -1, and I'm which move?
Take a risk, I believe, is what was discussed.
Wait, I thought you had other tags.
That's applicable? No.
Oh, you don't, huh?
Not for hitting a button at the same time as someone else.
This is thoughts. There's nothing here which is being like intelligent here. Where Chuck is being intelligent.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's nothing. He doesn't do it. We've established this.
All right. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just not
actually. Can I flip the? I blindly protect the quarterback as a bonus instead of as a plus. So trying to save her as well.
Right. I think that's relevant because you got to be aware of your timing.
Flip it instead of being a weakness and put it as a plus.
That's not something you can do.
It's worth a try. Okay, let's just do the roll. Let's take the risk.
But hold on a second. Instead, okay. All right. So
good. Let's just move on. Let's roll and move on.
All right.
Let's take the risk. Where's my taking the risk?
Underneath, sneak around. Last one
there
on
we go.
the
Last
second
one.
column.
It's been a while. Well, let's do this.
Great
success!
Oh, would you look
at some point, you just need to take the roll.
Yeah.
So
all right.
forward.
So, boom. She's like, "Holy cow! There's a button here." You both push the button at the same time. You see the wall stop, and they go up. And all the books are all over the floor in both these chambers. And you see all of a sudden, there's an open hallway again.
Full hallway or just our rooms?
No. Like all the doors are open.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You got a great success, and it was, it's. And she says, "Oh, Mikey!" She runs and she gives you a big hug.
I'm tempted to avoid danger.
Yeah.
It sounds like a dodge roll.
Sounds like a dodge roll or tackle.
Go toe to toe.
Go toe to toe. My special is tackling.
Crack the sprite. Just crack that back. Just be like, nope, no more.
He just saved her life.
I'm gonna.
Yes, Sam, I'm here.
I'm gonna also give you this little bonus. So instead of walled in 4, you're now, we'll say trapped 3. Trapped with Goldie 3.
Yeah.
Sir, you paid a mighty price.
Loot our fallen soldier.
All right. Good job, Chuck. Okay. There was not any cheating on that one either. So good. Nice job. Well, we'll cut and go back. No. I mean, that was legit. You're like, let's just roll -1. Okay. All right. And you did it. Thank God. Thank God Goldie survives.
Yeah.
So I won that one. And we go back top side where the downpour continues. You have located the rickety bridge, but it is rickety, not so much where you might not be able to make it over. As you approach the bridge, though, you do see the fin come up again.
Is there a screaming psychopomp just swimming for his life?
As far as anyone else, I don't think sharks have blowholes.
Oh, that might have been a giveaway. Ooh.
Oh, you're right. Oh, it's a
the dolphin, which is also a terrible animal.
Worse
an
in some ways.
evil animal. Oh, the dolphins push people to shore. No, they don't. They just push people random places. Sometimes they get to shore. That's how this works. It's like pushing things. All right.
By the way, can I tell you this? There's another path you could take. You could cross this rickety bridge and go to this place where it seems these wires are, and where you saw the Lemnos Carney pop his head out for a second, or you could go. You could kind of follow the edge of the lazy river, which would take you to this place that's not far away. It sort of looks like it looks like this kind of a rundown motel off to the left.
Hearing a lot of talk about trying not to use the story tag I just created. That I sacrificed one of my tags to create. So no.
I'm just saying.
I'm going to use rickety bridge that I know is safe and will get me closer to both the Ferris wheel and apparently this shack, which has a bunch of equipment in it.
Yeah, whatever wires are heading over there, it has to be some kind of command center or something. Like, if all the wires in the local facility are heading in that one building, there has to be a reason, right? Especially if all those trapdoors are triggered in such a way.
So, how are you going to do this? Are both of you going to go over the bridge at the same time?
After that wonderful demonstration of gun safety, I will holster the gun properly, as I always should have done. Thank you, Corvus. And I will...
As long as the finger isn't wrapped around the trigger when you're moving, you should be fine.
Yeah, the safety wasn't on either.
Oh, well, I'm less concerned about that in this situation. If you see something you want to shoot, once again, it won't do anything to me. Go ahead and shoot it. I don't care.
Penny is holding Corvus's back by his jacket, and she's very scared.
Now, that hotel, or that little motel, seems like it might be a good place to go. I don't know.
No.
That sounds like a hint.
well, here's why I'm concerned for your safety. Is that is only a temporary story tag. And it looks like, you got a closer look. It looks like that might only work for one person. That little extra, piece of wood, it might break after one person walks over. In fact, you're pretty sure it will.
I think maybe we should have to check out the hotel.
Some force is compelling us to do this.
No. I mean, you could always, one of you could go over the bridge.
I honestly, I don't want to be left alone.
Yes, I figured as much.
I thank you for thinking.
Do I use inhumane as a reason to cross this bridge and force Polly to run 3 separate encounters?
Also on that note, your friends are also in the water downstairs. Like, you might think the efforts have been wasted if you don't take advantage. There's all sorts of reasons for Corvus to go over the bridge.
So much reasons for me to go across this bridge.
And one very scared person you may not care about who says that.
I'm still like a professor at the university. I do need to care about your safety. If you suddenly die, there's probably going to be questions.
Don't pay tuition.
You're still registered.
I wouldn't pay if I was dead. So you might, have some questions there.
All right. Well, hopefully this bridge, I guess, is still standing by the time we get back. We can go check out the motel, I suppose. Also, why is there a motel here? It's a carnival. This is clearly something they have made for us to do something with.
I don't know if this is some Hills Have Eyes, cannibalistic cult, whatever the hell they've got going on here, but clearly people live here, and clearly they're able to pull all sorts of things. Maybe they don't like the fact that we're intruding, but they straight up murdered somebody. So, the shutterbug in me needs this story. I need to know. Imagine how good this would be in the paper.
No one would understand what you wrote that doesn't also have powers. It wouldn't matter.
Oh?
That's the entire reason you don't remember the mansion exists.
Oh,
that
from
you
the
always
picture.
thought it was. Yes, that's why you thought it was a dirt lot the whole time. If you don't have these powers, you can't wrap your head around what's going on.
Yeah,
So you can write about it, but it won't change.
Thank you. That is actually incredibly helpful. I've been up many nights thinking about how to write all of this situation and try and describe what's going on. If no one can see it.
As you look over the hotel, it does seem like you can't see it too well because the downpour. It does seem like that mansion is just kind of looming over that little motel.
Yeah.
Burned it down once, I burned it down, I'll burn it down again. Killed a shark once, I'll kill another one. Doesn't matter. You ain't throwing anything new at me?
It might be a dolphin.
Even better.
I think we're probably heading towards that motel.
Yeah, so we start trudging our way, following to the motel.
Okay. Now, keep in mind that as you were moving along there, it's still raining. You have to assume you're being watched. I don't know. Are you taking measures to avoid detection in any way?
Absolutely.
sneak around?
Yeah, I was about to say, we do have this heavy downpour that is also obscuring our vision. Chances are it's obscuring theirs as well.
I think you would get that as in your favor. The downpour would work in your favor for you both will need to roll sneak around to avoid detection, one way or the other. As you make your way along the lazy river, which is flowing very gracefully, bathed in green light, as the thunder rolls above you, as you hear the laughter of children for just a moment. Weirdly. Smells of popcorn.
Oh, God. They really are like a Hills Have Eyes cult kind of situation. They have their own kids. I can't shoot a kid.
I mean,
you don't hear kids. You don't know if you heard that. You just thought you thought you might have heard something on in the wind.
I've only been at this like a day, 2 days at the very most. So this whole power situation is still very, very new to Penny.
I mean, if there's a
recently.
kid here, most likely it is either a hallucination brought on by these people's powers, or maybe like one of these people in some weird disguise. You're probably good to shoot it.
Yeah, you're probably right. That whole dog situation and my father running away. Yeah, you're probably.
Yeah, I want to play with you.
Got it. We're busy. Busy adults with busy lives. Jesus.
Corvus,
we're sneak around, I guess.
1+1 from the downpour, I would imagine.
If you succeed, you'll be able to access the motel if you like, without anybody detecting you. If you fail, well.
So the only thing I really have that could apply as a power here is Calming Presence. The only reason I would say that could technically apply is when people are calm, they tend not to be as vigilant. So having that Calming Presence is like they just kind of glaze right by me, not even paying attention.
It would also help me because it would enable me to focus better. So there is, two benefits.
Yeah, and also,
that.
Well,
I'm just saying, in general.
It applies for that reason. Yeah,
I was about to say I can be
applies to you.
stealthier because Penny is no longer shaking, scared, and can
I
think
agree.
somewhat rationally. So I have a power of 2, one from whatever. So I'll sneak around first.
Downpour. Yep. Let's see what we got.
Great success.
Hey, you made it all the way there.
Very nice.
Okay. Everyone
I'm
that
safe.
falls for it.
I have, I believe, 3 that are relevant. Slip past security. She's used to working her way backstage and things like that. Investigative reporter. It's the same.
That's right. I forget
same
your
reason.
investigative reporter stuff. Okay. What else you got?
And then snooping around, same reason. In order to snoop around, you've got to be stealthy. You've got to be quiet. You can't, snoop around with people watching.
All right.
And another +1 from the ring. Eventually.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't see a relevant weakness, otherwise I would.
No. I mean, I was trying to think if melancholy would apply, but not really.
With the coming presence
Go
as
for
well.
it. Roll your ridiculous success.
Well, I don't know yet. I haven't rolled.
Can roll it 2.
Hey, I got a 7 anyway. Woo! Okay.
There it is.
Here's what happens. Thank God. Okay, so you make it to the hotel as well. But I'm going to ask you a question. What would what could happen that would cause you to be willing to separate yourself from Corvus? What do you think? I don't know. What do you think could compel you?
There's quite a few, but I think the most relevant in this situation is the fact that she heard children laughing. Maybe a child is in danger, and she'd rush over to try and help.
Thank you.
Softy.
Not all of us could be an inhuman version of death. Some of us are just teenage reporters, damn it. Young adults, sorry.
Not all of us need to be Spider-Man.
So you find yourselves in front of a hotel that is, we'll say, dark for the moment. It doesn't look like it is it's not like full size either. Now that you're up close to it, you notice that it's, maybe like 3/4, or say it's 7/8 size, right? It almost, it's not like a regular motel. There's even a parking lot that is actually even a smaller size. It's like a 1/2 parking lot in front
For
of
the
it.
ignorant European, 1.5 refers to.
Well, it's just half size. Like it's like it almost looks like a set. It's
Right.
not
Much
like
like
a
every
motel.
other building we've been to, it looks like a facade for a Hollywood movie. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like the actual.
I don't know what you're talking about there. It just seems smaller than usual. I haven't said anything about any movies.
What's a dead horror movie director? George A. Romero. Is George A. Romero who we're fighting right now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This guy's filming some real, weird
seems like
stuff and putting it up on the dark web.
He's,
or
he's
something.
filming a snuff film. I mean, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, ignoring the weird size of this place. I mean, I guess we look around. Like, I don't know I don't know what really drew us to the hotel besides the bridge only allowing one of us to cross. I don't know what's here.
Yes, I mean, this has to be some form of like scenario setup, right? Like it looks like a movie set. Looks like a stage. It's so small. This whole thing seems like a setup. But
I mean,
then again,
it clearly is. Probably
we may find a
set up-
clue.
Out of the corner of your eye, you think you see a shadow move, but you can't tell because it's raining.
Maybe we'll be able to meet some of the locals, and maybe they aren't unfriendly. Let's try and be positive. I feel very calm recently, all of a sudden.
Oh, that's me.
Oh, I mean, you are strong, and I appreciate your company, so that's true.
Sure, we'll go with that. I guess we just. I look. Which one? Is there like a main office like most motels have?
Yeah. I mean, there's an office to the far, to your left. You're actually standing in front of it. You look up, and all of a sudden, lights up. Office. Huh. All right. And then there's a bunch of rooms. It's like a motor lodge type place.
Is there a bell we can ring?
Chipped yellow
Yeah,
paint.
I go inside the office.
Okay, the door is okay. We'll say it opens up. Inside
there a
the
bell?
all right. Do you just go in?
I look inside before I take the step. Do I see obvious trap?
Why don't you
Any of those cables
I mean,
leading
of
to this
course,
motel?
there's traps in there. The question is, do you avoid them? And so I'm trying to think of the best way that we could test whether or not you're able to detect the traps or avoid them. I think it would be, well, if you avoid detection, you avoid any potential traps.
I did get a 10. So
Yeah. So okay. Here, yeah. Nobody knows you're in there. Good point. So you go in. You've made it into the and it looks so. You see that there's switches on the wall. They're off. It's dark. You can see. For some reason, I don't know why this is, but there's a bunch of on the walls. There's taxidermy animals, and there's a bell and a guest book, as it turns out. Seems like there's a lot of heads of animals on the wall. And if you poke around a little bit, you see that there's a box with keys in it, for all the rooms. The room, I'm going to give you this for free. Room number 1, there's no key hanging there.
Just going to take a quick look at the guest book and see
Free.
who's signed in.
Sure, I'm sure there'll be fate or something, or some reference to some horror movie.
If this truly is some kind of Hills Have Eyes mastermind kind of voodoo, I mean, maybe it's the kind of ego trip where the guy wants to be found out, so he'll leave clues around everywhere.
Well,
or
to be
something.
fair, The Hills Have Eyes is a horror movie. Isn't about a mastermind serial killer. It's about a family of cannibals that lives in the woods from a nuclear testing. Different type of genre.
Oh, sorry.
Here-
Arla keeps showing me these movies, and I keep mixing them up. I apologize. It's not my favorite genre.
Here's what you see. You open it up. I'm going to give you this for free. You open it up, and you see a bunch of names you don't recognize. The most recent entry looks like it was erased furiously, so you can't immediately read it.
I'm writing down all the names anyway, because it might be relevant later.
Yeah, that's fine.
But why not just take photos with your phone? That seems faster.
No, this is better.
The phone melts in your hand. No.
I did melt a phone once in someone's hand, so that isn't out of the realm of possibilities of happening.
Now you do look, because you're a reporter, you would know that, maybe somebody would, when you write something down, there's indentations. So if you took out a piece of paper and did that little pencil thing over it, maybe you could see what name was on there. But
Sounds
that
great.
would require an investigation roll.
I think I would most certainly like to try that. That sounds very relevant.
I'm just throwing that out there, is all.
Corvus will keep lookout during this time. He's not good at this stuff. Despite somehow succeeding at 3 other investigations, he's not actually good at investigating. Unless it's talking to someone, he's okay at that one.
Okay.
So we'll give that a go. Investigator, reporter, and I think that's probably the only relevant one. Maybe tracking, but I don't think so.
I was about to say snooping around seems more likely because you're trying to get information that was hidden or obscured.
True.
Snooping, is that what it is?
Snooping around, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you snooping, sure. This time.
Any relevant weaknesses? Is
How
my
many,
dad's name in the list?
How many pluses? Well, you can ask that when the time comes. How many?
I have 2 currently.
Okay, all right.
Investigator, reporter, and snooping around.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to say... Oh, I was looking at the wrong... No, it's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it.
Taking
Doing
2.
doing it well.
Yeah.
Doing it mildly.
Hey, it
God
works.
damn it! I mean, okay.
No failures here.
out of it.
Oh no, she wanted us to fail because this is probably also a trap.
Almost certainly.
No, it's crap. What are you talking about? This is a hotel. This is a fine establishment.
It's a motel, so first off, it's not even a hotel.
Oh, that's right. It's got an hourly rate sign.
Oh, this is those kinds of motels, huh?
Oh yeah, it's for
For a
Classy.
specific clientele.
Nah,
Wait, how bad does it look that the student and the professor are in this place?
I was just
Considering we're in a rundown carnival filled with people who probably murder people, how bad is it really looking?
with a 7-8 size motel that's not real.
And I think there's
No.
children running around like there's some kind of cult who still live in the abandoned carnival, but just psychopaths.
Okay, so go ahead. You have 2 questions, and then I can do something.
So I suppose the last name that was scribbled out so frantically, what is it?
One of the things I can do is give you clues that are fuzzy, incomplete, or part true and part false. So what you do is you scribble, and you're able to get 3 letters on that name, and the letters are DAS.
Das.
Yeah, almost like we have a detective that has a very similar name to this.
I don't
know.
I don't know what that means either. I don't know what you're talking
And
about.
I was thinking about the same thing. Okay. I'm afraid the only letters I could put out were DAS. I don't know anyone by that name. Do you?
It probably stands for dastardly,
Yes.
the dog. Yeah.
or something else.
It
Something
was
else. I'm
Dick
sure it's not.
Dastardly and his dog Muttley.
I'm sure that it's not what you think it is.
Sorry, it's
I'm
before my time.
100% sure.
Also, we know a Detective Doss. I still have her card. I pull out her card. How's her last name spelled? I do still have her card.
And it does look like, now that you look closer, it looks like the D is capitalized and the A and S are lowercase, but you can't make that out for sure.
And this is the same investigative report that went missing, correct? From that conversation.
Well, detective, not reporter. Actual police.
Detective.
Yeah. Don't know why. I mean, those are just random letters anyway. So, what's your second question?
The second question, looking at the notebook, is who's the proprietor? Normally, there is staff signed in the same book, or who owns it?
Yeah, sure. I mean, well, it's a little dusty, and you can't. You blow the dust off, and it's been beat up, right? You can't really read it too well, but it does. It says Bates Motel on there, right? But it's not really. That's just. I don't know what that means, but
Can't even be an original thing.
Yeah, no. I mean, but that's not
Movie
the
set.
clue I'm giving you. That's not the clue I'm giving you. And you can make out a few letters, and the letters that you can make out are, as I am not vamping for time, I'm just trying to create tension here.
we can have a conversation.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me give you.
And
the
whoever
exact
made
clue.
these straps wanted to just be so on the nose with what they're referencing.
Also, the keys are completely mismatched, and they're not even lined up properly. Clearly, these people have no decorum or really sense of, organization, so they can't really run a hotel, can they?
So it looks like what it says is rake.
Rake.
Yeah, like the rake thing. I don't know.
Okay.
RAKE.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, like the the lawn implement. I don't know what that means.
Okay, das and rake.
But we'll cut right there, and we're gonna go underground again, where the two lovers have reunited after the football star saves the life of his only love.
That's my two lovers reaction.
Oh, hey, Chuck, what do you think's going on here? Oh my gosh, this is so exciting!
Well, the
Isn't
place
it?
is a trap, so be very careful.
But you saved me.
I'm very blunt. Says, we're going to be safe. Well, we're still in danger, so let's just not
Okay.
jump to that or jump on
okay.
each other. Please.
Okay. What now?
No.
Okay, I liked what you were going with.
No.
That, but... All right already. So, do you think there's anything valuable here?
Well, my life, I don't know about how much you value yours.
There's a big bag of money up there. We got to go get it.
There wasn't a big bag of money up there.
No. Hey.
No.
Okay, well, what are we going to do? What are we going to do now?
Try to get out of here and survive.
Hey, I'm with you, but I only see one way to go. You're the brains of the operation here, Chuck.
Oh no.
Chuck just like gets the
You seem
playbook
like a smart
and
guy to
opens
me.
it up in front of him. It's like,
Right. I see you got this. Yeah. I mean, she's not that smart either.
I got
What's the next move?
I got a college football playbook that tells me how to survive in a serial killer's death trap.
He's
That's
trying to
what
figure out his
for.
next move.
so we need to stick together.
Yeah. You're right. You're right about that. When you're right, you're right.
There's seams in the walls, it seems.
Yeah, there sure are.
That's where the clothes... We need to stay side by side so we're not separated side by side. So we need to pass each seam at the same time so that they don't separate us.
Oh, you got it.
Does that thing on your back actually do anything?
Oh, this right here is what they call a proton accelerator. It really works if she pulls out like a plunger, and she's like, look, nothing happens.
Right.
Let's say something actually happened.
So it doesn't do anything. Okay.
Well, it kind of does. Look, watch. So she points the plunger to the books, and they shrink a lot, and and the books shrink to small size, from book size to paperback size. See, it does work. The books were too big.
So it
now they're smaller.
shrinks. Couldn't you just shrunk the door?
Oh yeah. Well, I was about to, but you had a better idea.
I had.
Once again, it sounds like you should just steal this thing from her and run. Like, this seems like much more useful than her.
If it's her power, isn't it?
You can have it if you want, Chuck. Here. You have it. You have the backpack. Here it is. Here's the proton accelerator delivery device.
I'm a bit more. I'm better if I'm not weighed down by things. If I need to tackle something.
Okay. Well, I don't need this either. I'm just gonna leave it right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Just leave it on the ground.
So let's just move forward. I don't know where it leads. We need to be careful. And we need to pay attention to if, say, the walls change from concrete blocks to bookshelves.
Okay. If you say so.
Yeah. So, I'm going to regret this. I take her hand. Don't.
Love is in the air.
Oh, I'm going to give you a tag for that. I'm going to give you...
Sticky hands. Her hands are sticky.
Yeah.
I'll be back with my violin.
Stalker 5.
I'm going to give you Bond... what we'll say?
Soulmates one.
Soul... I don't know. We'll think of it later. We'll see if it applies.
One is a bit low for soulmates.
It's how much it means to them.
I've put one in there,
It'd be a story tag. It would be just a story tag that might apply, may not apply.
Yeah.
But that's okay. All right. So what are you gonna do? What do you do? Goldie's gonna do whatever.
We'll move forward like in a line, so we can't be separated in theory unless they separate through the middle. But I've got to try and pay attention if there's any like seams in the middle now as well. They separate that way, but we're going to try to move forward. And have you got a because she had a torch, she had a light. Because I was just following her light. That was the thing. So
she doesn't have a light. It's just like when the doors open, there was light that on the fluorescent lighting that's still flickering.
Okay. So
and there's books on the sides. Well, there was books. Now there's empty bookshelves. You can see there's cinder blocks behind there, but there's still books ahead of you. You only cleared out some of the closed areas. There's still books.
We can do this the fast way or the not fast way. The not fast way is to essentially remove all the bookshelves just in case there's something hidden behind them. The fast way is to just go that way, and if something happens, it happens.
Okay, here's what I'll do. So you can, if you take caution, I think you can figure out how to not spring any of these traps. You could do a sneak around, for example. If you sort of look, maybe you don't step on things.
My version of that is to actually take the bookshelf like I did before. Just move the bookshelves so there's nothing that's going to spring, so we can just check.
Okay.
That's what I mean by the slow way. Is we move all the bookshelves and make sure there's nothing hidden. If you do it the slow way, it'll be sneak around. Yeah.
And if you do the fast way, it'll be take the risk.
We're doing the slow way, sneak around.
That's the safer thing to do.
Which I'm putting in the broken bones and the coach's playbook, which is the only thing I've got, which is my smarts.
That's fine.
And that's about it. So we got -2 to anything else? Nope.
So what, you have a total of -2?
Total of -2 because I'm also broken bones.
Yeah.
Which also applies.
It does.
The bigger better, because they're big bookshelves. That's my only thing. -1.
All right.
I'm good with minuses.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. You're in a dire situation.
I'm in a dire situation that I've accumulated all these minuses for a long, long time.
So,
Like, this has been adding up for multiple investigations. All the things we've lost. Let's do this.
Great success.
he
Oh,
still
no,
just
what?
Rolled the
smashes it.
12. Rolled the 12 boxcars.
okay, so
And I
you're
asked Goldie, like, when we've got the books, like, just to throw a book out every now and then, or slide them across, like, for any like traps that to set off. And
wow. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's what happened. And you make your way through through quite a lot of this one tunnel. Now
it's
you
not
do
everything.
come across. You do come across choices as you. You reach the end of a hall. You make it ever so stealthily, and you reach the end of this hallway. At the end of the hallway, there are 3 doors. There's one. There are so like there are bookshelves. Boom, on both sides. You know, you look through. You like throw them or whatever. You look for traps. So you don't remove all the books, do you? Or
Well, yeah, we're moving the bookshelves. Like,
oh, okay, okay,
like,
okay.
It's like you're in a corridor with bookshelves on the other side.
Okay.
The best way to know if there's a trap behind the bookshelves is to move the bookshelf.
Okay. I don't know
Like,
how you.
it's,
Okay,
as
yeah.
in, tip them over. Tip them
Yeah,
over.
I got it.
That's
got
what
it.
I mean by it's not stealthy, but it's slow.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So there's books all over the
yeah.
floor. All right.
It's the physical
okay.
approach.
Now you reach the end of the hallway. There's still books all over the floor, but there are where the bookshelves end. There's a wooden door to your right, and there's a wooden door to your left, and there's a cinder block wall right in front of you with a steel door and a number keypad.
Goldie, I know I know I can tackle these, but it'd be so much easier if these like were smaller.
You are talking to the right person. Okay, hold on a second. That is
Just
very
be careful.
smart. Okay, so
Because there might be a lot of water behind. So I'm just going to investigate it first
yeah.
to see if there's any water behind. How you good at sneaking and checking?
What?
I know you're great. I know you're great at tracking people. Because
I thought you wanted.
Have
I
you
thought
put a
wanted me to
GPS
open-
tracker on me?
I thought you wanted me to open this door. I mean, this keypad looks like a piece of cake to me. I mean, I gone through a lot. I mean, I cannot go through keypads like that.
Yeah, but I just want to check if there's. I just want to check if there's like water or something on the other side, like swashing behind. Because if you open that door, then we're just flooded down the corridor.
Yeah, that would be a roll investigate.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm just like,
What are you asking me for? I'm just
if you got like, I know you're really good at stalking people, and that's me being blunt. But are you able to like, are you good at like noticing things on
She
people?
absolutely is. She's absolutely good at that. I mean, she is better than she will let on.
Well, are you able to check the door? Because I'm good at the physical side of things of the investigation. You might be a bit more suited for checking if it has something on the other side.
Yeah, you know, I am.
I've also got a few broken bones now.
I'm better at, getting through. Like, like I could open this. I'm pretty sure I could open this door. I mean, not 100%, but behind it, your guess is as good as mine, Chucky.
It's Chuck, but
Chuck. I mean, Mr. Chuck. But
let's
if you,
not.
like I feel like I can help you out here. So like, here's what I can do probably Chuck, is I can make it so I think I can defeat this keypad such that, if you push, okay, so I bet I could make this keypad such that if you just pushed enter, the door would open. and I could just go, do recon back that way because I thought I saw something. I just want to check to make sure it's safe over there.
That sounds like that sounds like something that they'd do in a movie, like when they like disarming a bomb. It's like
No.
and it's like, yeah, I've disarmed it. I'm just going to go back there to check.
Well,
remember the doors? They'll separate us. We don't want to be separated.
Yeah, you're right about that, but you tell me what you want to do.
Well, I don't think we should be separated. So, if you can just shrink the door, I don't think that'd be an issue.
Shrink the door, huh? The door, huh? Okay, so what do you want her to do exactly?
Well, like, if you can shrink the door, I'm sure that will do it. If not, if you could just if you can do the buttony, the beep 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 beeps on the keypad.
Yeah, I mean, I got to tell you, Chucky. So
Chuck,
I can only do the shrink thing once per scene, so I wasted it. So I can't do that, but I could probably defeat this keypad if you need me to.
Yeah, if you can do the beep 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 on the thingy thing, if you can hack it.
Okay, so she goes up there and she works, and you can see it like goes. It's red and it switches to green, and she's like, "Okay, it's all you, buddy. You just push that button right there, and the door will open." And
I grab her by the hand as she starts to walk off, bring her back, holding her. So if I get electrocuted, she gets electrocuted.
Yeah. Okay.
And press enter.
The door opens. Nothing comes out, but it opens to darkness. The light from the room. In fact, the whole hallway falls into darkness.
Oh, crap.
But there's nothing that comes out to get you, and it might be time for our break.
Yeah. Phone, light. But break. We'll be back soon. Why do I have to team up with the... yeah. But Polly, you're loving this.
I know, right? This is, this is fun for me. I'm sorry it's torture for you, but that makes it even more fun for me.
And what does that say?
Well, I'm sure it says I'm a bad person.
A twisted relationship, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe we're role-playing out our real relationship. No, I'm not like that.
We'll be back soon. Stick around. I didn't have Chuck die.
Yeah, I can't.
That's the whole thing.
That was
Considering how injured the dude is, that is impressive.
That is two very good rolls.
So, Chuck's got nausea, broken bones. He's too blunt. He's also trapped. He's got something about his stalker. He's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags, also 6 powers burnt as well. He's not doing well, but we survived, and he's having to deal with intelligence, which not good. Anyway, we'll be back soon. Stick around. We'll hopefully have the other people get terrorized by the MC.
Oh yeah, pretty sure she's working on that.
See, that's the problem when you give me 2 weeks off.
Wasn't fully my fault.
Well, I'm just saying. It just makes it more exciting when you get back.
We'll be back shortly. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up? We're
Aloha.
back.
Hello and welcome back in. Thank you, Mid-Armor, for the subscription. That gives us chat dice, which is awesome because we're in a TPK situation. Well, I say TPK, we're in a situation where we can actually lose characters, which is not a common thing in City of Mist. This is a super dangerous. I've almost lost my character already to this session, and I'm in the most dangerous section, most dangerous situation, and I've also got the most broken character at the moment, as in broken with the most things, most negatives on the character, so to speak, including some broken bones.
Yeah, there are moves in this game that you could use if you need to, but we'll see how that goes.
We're pretty bad.
The amount of sacrifice that goes into it depends on how much you're going to change the story.
Yes.
So.
But we'll get back into the abandoned facility, and I'll start moving into the audios and stuff like that. We are, of course, using audio from Syrinscape, and while I'm doing that, hopefully the scene is for everybody else, because it takes me a while to
do that.
build up the audio.
So when last we left before break, I was going to say Karsh, but Karsh is just a player. Chuck and Goldie were venturing into, I assume, walking carefully into a darkened area, but the scene cuts back up into the above ground, where you hear a bolt, where you see a bolt of lightning and hear a rumble of thunder. Rain falls heavily on the roof. They could hear it. These two both Corvus and Penny are still in this motel. I don't know.
Can Penny look out one of the windows and see if that structure, which has all the cables in it, looks like it's like a lightning rod or something? Like, is it like a bunch of metal?
Roll
like feel free to burn any of these at will, because I'm using them quite a lot, but it's aware of every tiny moment. Investigate and report. It's the same one again.
Aware of every tiny moment. Get out of here with that.
So that
go ahead. Go ahead, but that thing's toast. If you use it,
one
and
of the ones from the book.
It's going. Oh, is it? Is it from the book? That's a garbage one. I hate the book.
Okay, so we got a +2. Melancholy, would that apply? Because I'm looking out of the rain and it's,
I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Are you trying to get a bonus out of that? Are you trying to get a plus? Oh, okay. It's all right.
Roll a 2.
You're really tuned in. Okay, roll +2.
Mild success.
All right, you got 2. Okay, all right. So, go ahead and ask me 2 questions. You can ask me not just about the lightning, but whatever you happen to be looking around about.
Main focus was looking out the window and trying to see if I could see the structure which has all the wires going towards it. So I suppose the first question is what she was most curious about. The lightning, it seems to be coming, is the lightning coming in a timed fashion? Is there an order to it?
No.
Does the building that has all the wires going towards it look like it could be a lightning rod? So it's a big metal object spire going towards the sky.
Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a clear answer on this one, because I'm going to expose you to danger. You do see. You happen to look, you're like, that's kind of weird. You see I don't know what you'd call a spire. It's like an antenna, but then there's a coil, and then it goes up, a higher antenna. There's it has a base, and you can see there's no lightning hitting it right now, but it's raining, but through the mist you can see a little bit of it's almost like you see the electricity going zzz, zzz, at the top of we'll call it spire. So you can see that there's something going on there, something electrical.
A Tesla charge kind of situation. She would have studied radio transmitters and things like that, so she would be kind of...
Yeah, it doesn't look like a normal radio transmitter. It looks like something. I don't know. It looks like it's trying to. You don't know. It's doing
Looks like something out like a movie or something.
It looks
Like a
mad
prop.
science-y.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't
No.
say that. That seems crazy. There's
So
nothing
it's
there.
that. Okay, so it's that.
They're not trying to do anything there. Okay.
Every passing moment, it seems like a better idea to have just gone across the bridge.
But that would have done it too quickly. Yeah.
Okay.
And we do have someone else to save, don't we?
Now, in the midst of your looking out the window, suddenly the wind picks up and the window shatters. Air gusts in. As the window shatters, you see coming toward the building. Well, you see one of these people with the sweater and the hat, and you can just see one of them has like a jaw, and they're coming toward the office door. Oh, well, you only see one. I said they, but you only see one, but he's signaling. You can see to somebody else, possibly one or more people.
Well, the one coming towards the building has the jaw.
Yeah.
Right. Company.
You don't know
Office.
if they know that you're there or not, right? I mean, you
No.
I mean, I'm still, as far as I am aware, perfectly hidden. Because I haven't done anything to change that status.
Did the glass hurt me in any way? Because it shattered right in front of my face?
no.
No, it's a Hollywood set. This is all sugar glass. It doesn't actually do anything.
Of course.
Yeah, in fact, it doesn't sound like the normal kind of broken glass. It sounds like the muted sound that you would hear from pretend glass.
It looks like some kind of mutt-leader dog-esque mother trucker is trying to enter the building, Corvus, and she looks like he's signaling somebody.
All right. Wouldn't be surprised if they know we're here. Oh, well, then aim your shotgun. Get ready to blast someone's head off, I suppose.
Fucking behind the office.
Yeah, you go behind the counter. I'll stand right here, and if they open that door, I will do horrible things. One might call them inhumane.
Oh boy.
That,
Okay.
that worries me ever so slightly, but honestly, I'm glad you're here in this fucked up situation.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Because the person you see has what a very disturbing look, and what you might also call a custom rule. You're gonna take apprehensive 2.
Apprehensive too.
Yeah. I don't know what that means.
Can I face danger to avoid that?
You didn't see them. So you're
Oh, okay. Cool. I don't care. So yeah, being still stealth, I'm like hiding in the darkness in the corner room. Like, if this person enters, it ain't gonna be pretty.
If you want, by the way, you could, Penny, I'm going to let you face danger if you can explain to me how you're going to do it.
I honestly, it's interesting that you can do that within the system. It's good to know, but it's more of the. I don't think Penny would. I would volunteer to automatically fail that, to be honest, because in this situation, because even with the calming presence of having a friend nearby, also the supernatural calming presence, you just understand that part.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she would definitely fail.
Okay. So, all right. Well, let's. Nobody's going to do anything else. You're just going to. Corvus is going to stand right in the middle of the room.
Oh no, I said I'm hiding in like the shadow of the corner because I'm still stealth.
okay.
So as soon as this person comes in and doesn't see me,
Yeah.
bad things will happen.
Right. Fair enough. Okay. And Penny, are you going to take cover somewhere?
Yeah. So you said there was like a reception area,
Yes,
right? And then
yes, there is.
she's probably going to duck behind the counter of that and just have the shotgun aimed at the door.
Okay. All right. And there's no need to roll for that. Now, you wait long enough, the door creaks open, and a figure you can both see very clearly, it's the person with the jaw, comes in, takes a couple of steps in and begins to look around. Doesn't make any like fast moves. They don't, from your immediate look, it doesn't seem like this person knows you're there. In a couple of moments. Okay, go ahead, because they're about to call for.
Yeah, as soon as they are like well into the room, like enough that the door closes behind them. Yeah. What is our like movie rating here for what I can describe what is going to happen? Cool. So, the aura of death like forms like hands and grabs this man's head and just tries to rip the top off from the metal jaw, and just rip his like half his head off from the jaw.
Okay, well, you can roll hit with all you got since if you want to, or you can roll go toe-to-toe.
Because I'm doing it from stealth, so I assume from hit with all I got would be it.
If you want to, yeah, that's the better one. It's going to give you the best.
Now, here's my question. Can I add inhumane? Because I am doing a very violent act to this random person who I don't know if they're actually hostile to me.
Yes. Yeah,
cool.
You can.
Another question. Do I get the feeling this person's a weird Frankenstein zombie thing? Because my powers work especially well on those who have cheated death. So if this person has cheated death by, like, doing some weird mad scientist surgery.
Oh.
Yeah, add that.
Cool. That's a +5.
Yeah, this person is not going to survive.
And is it with all you got?
This is...
Yeah, great success.
Yeah, okay.
15.
All right, tell us what happened.
So I'm going to get them good. I don't... this is an odd question. Can I get more of them? There is another person. I know he is signaled. Yes. He's signaled to them. Yes. So I'll also get them as well with this.
Yes, I'm going to give you that too.
So, like, my aura just, like, you see it, like, dart underneath the door, and you hear just horrible, like, terrible sounds. We don't know what happens out there. That is not the scene we're focusing on. But you do see, like, the aura of death just go up and just rip this, like, the top of this man's head off.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
So I chose two. I said get them good, so it's a tier 6 on 2 targets.
All right, so okay, so Yolanda's head just is ripped off, or jaw's ripped off, and they fall.
I don't know who Yolanda is.
The one with the jaw, whatever you see, I'm just saying the name so you can remember who you just killed. And then shortly out there, if you were to see, you don't see, you hear just the shrill scream of good old Bartley, the trick shooter. You'll see that they had their guns out, but whatever happened to them, yeah.
And then Corvus just like emerges from the shadow, like Corvus is now the actual horror monster that has entered this scene.
Or wait, hold on a second. Hold on. If it's rated M, here's what happened with Bartley. You'll see this shortly after.
I have my own idea of if we go out to see the scene.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What happens? The cutscene. This is a cutscene. This is what happens outside.
Yeah. So outside, you see is like my aura like engulfs him, and then disappears. He now has no skin. Like you hear a horrible shredding sound, and the man has no skin. And then these arms, once again, of death form up and just take the guns and, like, jam it into his eye holes. And fire, blowing the back of his head out.
He's gone. Now, there is one thing I can do here. Now, you've killed 2 relatively powerful characters with 1 shot. However, you did, spread your power around. But you didn't choose to control the collateral damage.
Nope.
So Penny did see this. Penny,
I screamed.
What kind of status do you think you're going to take from this?
That terrified, shock.
So
many could be applicable. I'm apprehensive 2, a melancholy 1. The moment this happens, she's screaming and she's putting her hands behind, she's closing her eyes, and she's hiding behind the counter. She's terrified. Oh, terrified.
Terrified 3. So you're going to replace apprehensive with terrified 3. You're shaken, and that's not going to go away anytime. I mean, you're new to this.
I am.
And that was something else that you just saw.
That was something out of one of these horror flicks that Albie loved showing me back at the dorms in real life.
Moreover,
Once again, Corvus is the horror movie monster that they have brought here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it works.
So now there was screams that were incredibly loud.
Oh,
And gunshots. I had the man blow out the back of his own head.
All right, well
True.
there you go. So you know you could do with that information what you will.
Yeah, I know. It's like, well, immediate problem dealt with. Let's go check out that room with the missing key.
Do I go with him?
I don't know. Yeah, Corvus doesn't seem fazed by these horrible acts of violence that were just committed.
No, and she would notice that. We're completely. I mean, she understands the situation, and you're much more experienced in this situation than she is. You're also the only person she knows, but you did just rip the head off somebody and flay someone's skin.
All right, so I'm gonna.
You'll see that one when we step outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like, what's your immediate inclination, Penny, and then we're gonna
To
go
hide
back.
behind the counter.
Okay,
She's staying
all right.
there.
Okay, so you're frozen right there for the moment. Corvus
Yep.
Corvus begins to walks out toward I assume room 1. We're gonna cut down. Are you ready, Chuck? Or are you busy?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right. So you reemerge in a darkened room. The door that opened from the keypad slides closed, and you're in darkness for just a moment before a large spotlight turns on. It's pointed right at you.
Step to the side.
You can. It follows you.
Goldie.
Another spotlight turns on, points at Goldie, and then you see a large. You see like the fluorescent lights turn on above, and you see that all of a sudden you're in a giant room, and above you, on a balcony, is a guy. And there is a sort of a cartoonishly evil looking machine behind him with levers and like lights and switches. And he says, "You're here, Chuck. Did you like? How do you like my park?" And then you see like other people that are down below you. Like you come out on this sort of like you're also on a balcony, not that high, not as high as the other guy. You're in sort of a big kind of silo type room. Down below, you could see other of these carnies down there with the sweater, the hat. They're like, "Yeah, boss, that's right. Great job, we got him." What do you have to see for yourself? You outsmarted you, didn't it?
Am I supposed to know you?
He looks confused. And you didn't tell him? Wow. Of course you're not supposed to know me. Because I am the most secret but the most evil criminal. And I understand your brain better than you. What do
You
say
understand my
about that?
brain?
Uh-huh. That's right. I know the nature of rifts. That's right. I said it. Did you hear me? Rifts. That's what you are. His pocket protector falls out.
I football. Football.
You think you're so smart?
I remember a
think you're
conversation
cool.
with a man wanting to fish once.
Wait, what? No.
Football.
We don't fish around here. What football? What do you mean football? I did. Okay. Hey, look.
That's what
The
I
only-
am.
Hey, look.
Football player.
What I want you to admit to me is that you were outsmarted by me, Drake. My name is Drake. Remember it before you die.
I thought you were secret.
Oh shit. I mean, my name's Rake with an R.
But you just said it was Drake with a D.
I don't like this.
Twice.
You're making me mad.
Why do you do this?
You're making me mad. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I'm gonna take irritated one.
Cool. Why are you doing this?
I'm glad you asked. I'm doing this because you are a robot. You think you're a person, but you're a robot. I made you come here because you can't think for yourself. You riffs are the dumbest people around.
I have heard that. But not the robot side, no.
Well, you're not. Okay. That was wrong. You're not actually a robot. Robots are good. But riffs are dumb. You're very predictable. You think you think that you are choosing your own fate, but you're not. I'm choosing it for you.
So if I was to rip this railing off and throw it at you, that's not me choosing that? That's you choosing it.
Try it.
That's right, is it? Oh, okay. But why would you choose that?
I grow tired of this conversation.
No, I'm curious. Like, why would you choose that?
He looks confused.
This is
Not
not
the only
what I expected.
Yeah,
So
What
did
is
that?
this?
Wait, did I just outsmart you?
Yeah.
Is that why you're
What?
angry at me?
Okay, now
Now I am angry too.
he's actually getting mad now. He seems sort of
That's
like
okay.
having fun. Now he's getting angry.
I'm holding onto the railing, and just moving with my hands to see how much it will take to rip it off.
Okay,
Like,
I want you to roll.
That's me. That's me thinking I am going to rip this railing off and I'm going to throw it through him. And if Goldie can make it big while it's in the air, great. But that's me thinking right now.
I can't do that. No, remember, I can only do it once per scene.
I just
I was making
said
it
if.
small. What about making it big?
Yeah, it's same thing, you know.
I can only change sizes.
didn't matter. Or hot.
Ah,
Okay, roll go
Or
toe
hot.
to toe.
But that's me thinking. That's me going. I'm just. I don't have anything really. I've only got the.
He
broken-
looks like confused and angry. like, this is not how I expected this to go.
This is not.
every time, like, you have the villain come in and want to give like an intelligent monologue, you then have Chuck there.
Yeah,
being
it's
like,
the wrong person to do
"Hi."
intelligent monologue.
Yeah, you
It
can
really
tell-
is.
I think it's the right person.
You can tell that he's
brilliant.
like watched a lot of movies, right? And he like imagines, yo, Mr. Bond, you're about to die, sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's like upset that he's not getting his moment here.
Yeah.
This is the mastermind behind this terrible carnival.
So, I've got broken bones. I'm using that as a minus because I'm still got broken bones. That's still a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm using my strength to try to lift this up and throw. I'm going to, acting first, surprising. I'm using my smarts to outwit him.
Okay.
So that's my coach's playbook.
Yeah. Coach, like, if you
I'm
hit them
loving this
hard enough
coach's playbook. This
first,
is the new
they will never be able to stop you.
Yeah. So if,
The
if, you,
first hit them hard.
if you knew, I've never had this coach's playbook before. I've never had smarts before. So I've used it, and I'm probably going to have it burnt from the DMC because I'm using it pretty much most of the session, but it's new. And the ultimate fighter. That's my only thought. And so I get a +1 in the end.
Okay.
You do have the chat. Don't forget the
You're out
chat.
the chat.
Oh, and the chat dice I will absolutely use for that.
Okay, so that's +2. I'm going to do something though here.
You're gonna
I'm
make- you're gonna
say
make me less.
foolhardy gets me into trouble.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
You're gonna have-
really? Really?
Okay. If you don't want me to, okay, you can choose. You can choose that one.
I do use them all the time.
I mean, that's
I don't
just
hide them.
But It's fine. It's
I
fine.
don't hide
You don't-
my.
You don't
emotions.
have to use that one if you don't want.
Thank
to.
you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, MC. I mean, I do quite often use my weaknesses,
well,
which
hey,
is
that's
why
what
I've
I'm
leveled
here
up a lot. But yeah, so I'm just toe to toe, was it? Let's do this. And they're
toe-to-toe
probably
with
totally
Foxy.
immune to this.
What are you doing exactly? Explain to me what you're doing.
As he's like I asked him, so this is me outsmarting you, and he's like, I'm getting angry now, but you told me to do this, and I rip it off, and I just rip off the railing. That's I try to rip off the railing and just throw it at him.
Okay.
That's my thought of him,
That's fine.
and I miss.
Yes, sir. Okay, the thing.
No.
He did plan for this. He was prepared.
Here's what happens. He sees you rip the
Thank
thing
you for the
off,
chat dice.
and you can see he's enraged, like his eyes are bulging out. His thick Coke bottle glasses, they crack and fall out of his head, and out of the wall comes this like robot thing, and it like comes behind him, and it closes over his arms and his body. I've become the mechanist. And he
Wait, is that what a rift is?
like, yeah, I will. What he does then is
Kills.
is he takes his arm and it's super long, right? And he like jumps over the rail over toward you. But he does not. He lands right next to you. But right next to you is Goldie, and he, in his fury, lands on her, crushing her bones, and she takes broken limbs, 5 and unconscious.
I have been there before. She'll be okay.
Internal
So we'll say-
bleeding and
Yeah,
Sixes.
so she's gone. You know, I mean, she's not dead, but
Yeah.
she's not gonna last much longer.
For,
So we'll
for
say
those new to City
Die.
Mist, 6 is pretty much dead. 5 is, yeah. I've been 5 many
okay.
times. She'll be okay.
yeah, but you're a PC.
I'm a PC who has regenerative powers, yes.
Sam's your favorite.
Okay, we're gonna cut now. Back up to the motel. Now all of us. I mean, there is one effect that this is having, is that you don't know this, but there's not going to be reinforcements coming. It doesn't seem like. Seems like there's other things going on now.
Oh, there were just 2 of them. Who
Yeah,
would have thought?
Who knew?
There were more carnies at the university. You think
There
there
were.
would have been more of them. Anyway,
And there's no one pulling levers because he's no longer there.
unless he has like a henchman doing it somewhere. This guy
Oh,
seems like
no.
a weird.
My next move is to go pull levers.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, I go to room number 1, the only room that had a missing key.
Okay.
I try and open it.
Let's say it's open. You know, it's open. It's the only door that's unlocked, we'll say. You know, in case you're wondering, in case you want to waste time doing that, I'm just saying you could go in the other rooms, but
Door number 1 was the only one I cared about because it's the only one missing the key anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, okay, I go inside and like look around. Like, I guess I roll investigate.
I think Penny would have somewhat recovered at this point as well and moved over to join them.
You see a body in the shower,
Oh
covered
god.
in a shower curtain. You know,
I remove the shower curtain. Who is it?
it's Doss.
Dead?
Yep. She's been there for a while.
All right, time to summon a ghost again.
Okay. Roll investigate.
Okay. Souls of the Dead, and Calming Presence. Only real 2 I can add. Yeah, just those 2. Investigate, see if it. I'll add Haunted to it as a weakness. So I'm rolling a power
Okay.
of 1.
Okay.
I feel like this is a relevant time as well, and I'm sorry I have to do this, but I think I'm going to have to add a hurt point as Penny
Okay,
falls
that's
into
fine.
the room.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
She
-1
stumbles
there.
and falls into the room, and then probably another shock.
This is like, okay. Yeah. I don't feel like adding the chat bonus dice to this, so we'll just roll investigate flat pretty much and see what happens. Great success! I'm unbeatable, baby! I get 1 clue, I think, because I have power 0.
Yeah. You get 1 clue. Okay, so Doss, I don't know how you keep doing this, but Doss appears before you, and she appears to you in uniform, even though she has nothing on. Whether she was taking a shower, and she looks confused like they often do, but she's not as confused as somebody who is like just died. She sort of feels like she, sort of disoriented, like she was in a different plane.
So I like, Doss, I need you to focus for a moment.
Hey. Okay. Where am I? Wait.
You are.
Castle?
Yeah.
Oh, you got. She looks around. She's like, "You gotta get out of here."
Oh, I already killed 2 of them. I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Okay. Well, she's not dissuaded in her anxiety to tell you to get out of there, but
I like grab the sides of her head, like, hey,
calm down.
focus. I didn't call you here to panic.
Right. I'm a cop. Well, okay. I'm a ghost, but I'm a cop ghost.
That's a show on NBC, I think.
Yeah,
Not a
rest in
thief?
peace division.
R.I.P. or R.I.T.V. R.I.P.T.V. whatever it is. Who cares? Yes. So I need to know: do you know a way to get underground from here?
Oh. She said. She's she's like thinking. She's like, oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I signed in. There was a guy there, who checked me into this motel, and he came from there's a staircase. If you go back into the office, and she like describes, there's a there is a back room to the office. It's the front of the office. There's the check-in place, and then there's a back room. And she's like, that's not a room. That's actually stairs. That he came from there. That's all I know.
Thank you. Goodbye. And I just dismiss her ghost.
Yeah.
Well, got what I needed.
Did you 2 know each other?
Oh yes, that's Detective Doss, the one who has been missing while we originally came here because her partner called us.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she
Okay.
seems to be dead.
Dear.
Quite ever so surely dead.
Yes. Yeah, she's definitely very, very dead. Should I... this is a police woman. Should I take a photograph for evidence or something?
No, we'll let the actual police do that when we clear all this stuff. That seems like their job. Us having a photo of a murdered woman before the police investigate it seems incriminating and weird. So let's not.
Yeah, no,
let
right.
us do, however, go to that back room in the office so we can maybe find Chuck and figure out what's going on here, because personally, this is getting tiresome.
I can tell. Right behind you.
Off we go. And Corvus once again just kind of leads this merry march to the back office and opens that door too. Does it open?
Yeah, and it's lit. It's lit up by some flickering fluorescent lights. There's cinder block on the wall, but there's stairs just as expected that lead down.
No, I don't know that's there, so I wouldn't do that. Yeah, no, I just go down.
Okay, and Penny, do you just follow along?
I'm looking.
What are you
I'm
doing right
letting
now?
him-
What's in your mind? Tell us.
I-
Tell us what you're thinking about.
So Penny she hasn't leveled her gun at Corvus, but she's very close to leveling it near him. Because he's done nothing to harm her, but he did just murder all those people, and he didn't really care about his supposed friend, Detective Doss, or at least or accomplice, or she doesn't really know their relationship. So she's got a lot of emotions going through her head, but she can't trust Corvus as things stand, because of nothing he's done has hurt her in any way, but she feels like he could just drop her at the drop of a hat and not really care, seeing as he's so indifferent to all these other people. So I think she's probably waiting at the top of the stairs for a second. She wouldn't be looking behind her or anything.
And you're still. I assume this is a terrifying
Yes.
situation. You're still terrified.
I'm emphasizing the terrified status.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Would you like to make a move of any kind?
I'm not against Corvus, no. He's still the only person. He's the only strongest person here that I know, except for Chuck, and he's the one who just, logically, he's the one most likely to get Penny out of that situation alive, and he has expressed that he wants to get her out, by talking. So mostly it's just a lot of terrified awe, but she still knows that her best bet is with Corvus.
Okay.
So in terms of moves, just following behind, but slowly.
Okay. We cut.
You see my power. Now are you scared?
What are you doing, Chuck? You have this robotic guy. He's a little bit off the ground, right?
Now I am tall and strong. Come at me. You weakling. I can throw the football way farther than you.
See that mountain over there?
Okay, let's have a challenge. I pick up another piece of railing and split it in two, give him one, and say, okay, you throw it over, and I point, okay, let's go. And essentially aim on to throw the railing.
Roll convince. He's not inclined to do this.
Well, he says I'm better than you.
He's got an ego.
Now,
yeah.
what I say, I'll argue in Chuck's favor here.
Yeah.
Him being angry might not make him think rationally. So being handed something and being like, "Here's a challenge," he might accept it.
Well, he is. What's his status alone?
You gave him angry too last time I heard. But
Okay.
Enraged, I believe.
Angry, he will say, seething with hatred too.
So is that going to be beneficial?
Well, let's see. I mean, he's not going to listen to you if he's seething with hatred too. So I'm trying to figure out how you're gonna. Even if he's angry to you, but he's seething with hatred. He actually has a custom move that says he's poisoned by hate.
Okay.
So it would be seething with hatred too anyway.
Yeah.
But I worked my way up there more in a fancy sort of way. I'm going to give myself credit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to tackle him. I'm not going to try to use. I mean, I can use his strength against him and tackle him and do but that's so. It's. If he's the mastermind and trying to.
That's right. That's right. I am the
And you're
mastermind.
outthinking me. So you totally expected me to throw that at you. So therefore, you totally expect me to tackle me and push me off right now. So I'm going to try to run and try to press all the levers all at once.
Ooh, you're going to have to roll go toe to toe to get by him.
So again, I'm
You're going to be able to
acting
get by
first
him.
because I'm not tackling him, but I'm acting first because he's going to expect me to tackle him. That's the only thing I
He's
can
expecting
really
a fight. He wasn't expecting
this fight.
random lever pulling.
Yes, all of the level
also-
pulling.
Ducking past him like a football move.
Yeah.
Experienced this quite a
Oh,
lot.
that'll be a playable.
Jukes him out.
Yeah.
But I've also got the minus for broken bones. So everything's so even still I'm down to 0.
I don't know how you're going to do this, but
No,
go
no,
toe to toe.
but I'm doing this, aren't I?
Let's do it.
And bigger the better. If he's bigger, I can out maneuver him. And I have, I'm acting first because he's expecting me to tackle him, but I'm not tackling him. I'm going to dodge him, and I'm going to try to like use the tactics of like not doing the expected because he's the mastermind, and doing the trick play and going for the levers. So it comes out at absolute zero. Like it is absolute zero again. I don't have any pluses. I've already used the chat dice. Thank you, chat. But I've already used it.
I have no help points to give you.
No one has any
I have
because
a
I'm an
help
ass.
point. I have a help point, but I can't theoretically understand how I could give it to you.
No, there's not. So what was it, toe to toe? Let's do it.
Oh, toe to toe.
It's all in the dice roll.
Wild success.
Okay. Okay.
managed
So you
to
managed
achieve your goal.
Yeah. Okay. So you're able to flip the switches. What else are you gonna do? Oh wait. So you can flip the switches, but you can't give them a status or anything, and you can't block, dodge, or counter their best attempts. Okay. So you flip the switches. We'll decide what happens with that in a second, because I don't know what that's gonna do. No, because there's a lot of switches there, right?
Yeah. And this is like, hey.
You know. So like, I don't know how we're gonna resolve that. We'll figure that out. Okay.
He's expecting me to tackle him, and I'm trying to make him on, and I just sidestep, I dodge, and as he's striking me, which he's going to do no matter what, because I can't stop that, I leap and just...
Yeah, I think what you've done right here is you've put yourself in position to roll change the game, and then you can decide what the switches do. But in the meantime, he gets to do his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He gets to, okay, so here's what he's like, like you've bested him now in your first bout. Well, twice essentially. So okay, so he is basically standing on Goldie, and he jumps towards you, and when he does, he's so heavy that he pushes off of her body, breaks the balcony that she and you were on, and that part falls several stories down. Goldie takes a tier 6 status, or takes another tier 5 status, and so that upgrades to 6. Unfortunately,
Goldie,
she's
not
going to come back from this. And
Corvus senses
sadly for me too,
disturbance in the force, I guess, is like,
there's a spring in his step all of a sudden.
She died as she lived in the spotlight.
And a small smile crawls across his face.
And so you don't take a status because Goldie does in this case. However, you are still face to face with
The Mechanist.
We're gonna cut. Oh wait, no. Sorry. You flip switches. What happens? Roll, change the game.
That's just a random roll, because I don't have anything that can go with that, so I'm just random roll.
You don't have any negatives either, we'll say.
Yeah, I'm just randomly throwing.
And you're not
switches.
trapped with Goldie anymore. You're just trapped.
Now no one is.
Yep.
Okay, I can get rid of
Forever
that.
relieved of the burden.
Now I get to tell Hold I
not
get
even
beaten up
trapped
again.
anymore. So like, get rid of the trapped, the trap status. You just have broken bones.
Yeah. I'm no longer lost. Well, I'm lost. But I'm not lost.
Because there's a bunch of exits that you can see. There's a bunch of doors, down at the bottom where the other people are like, oh, they're mad too. You can see this all happened fast. They haven't been able to take action yet, but you can see there's other carnies down there that were cheering before and now are getting kind of mad. They're a little concerned, but also they don't know they're not doing anything yet because
It trusts the Mechanist to save the day, or whatever. Defeat the stupid riffs.
Let's change the day.
The mindless riffs that do all the predictable stuff, except apparently this one guy.
That's bad.
ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh no, you hit the super turbo on the mech. You hit the one switch that's super turbo.
All right, you flip a switch.
Not
And-
engaged.
And apparently, okay, so here's what happens. You flip a bunch of switches, we'll say.
Yep.
Random
stuff in the park.
Yeah. One of them. Hold on a second. I'm gonna see if this helps me. One of them are light, and so you're plunged into darkness. The other one happens to be connected to a door, or a door or a wall, an emergency wall door, and it happens to be in the motel, and it happens to be. So Corvus, I'm gonna assume, has made it to the bottom of the steps and has walked into the.
Provided nothing has stopped me.
Yeah. So like, and then behind Corvus, suddenly, one of those like large walls slams shut. So leaving Penny blocked from going down the same path. That's all that happens there, though. Nobody's hurt. But okay, so you're plunged into darkness. So we'll say it is dark. You are, Chuck, and there's a barrier now between Penny and Corvus. And in fact, we're gonna go back to, we'll say Corvus and then Penny and then Chuck again. We'll keep going in order.
Yeah.
Until it makes sense not to.
Okay, I'd say Penny first, because Penny's the one that's trapped away from the...
That's a good idea. Because they're going to take Corvus, there's not a lot of choices at the moment for Corvus.
Yeah, Corvus has the choice of try and break down a wall, which he probably can't do, or just keep moving forward. So Corvus's choice is pretty obvious to him.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Penny, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Thunder rolls.
I think to myself, oh god, no, I'm alone. No. So I check my phone. Any signal?
No.
Okay, can't phone police. Can't get help. I think she would try and look and try and investigate the door to see if there was any possible way that she could get around it, because again, Corvus is her best bet for survival in this terrible situation. So I guess, is there any way that I can circumvent the wall? Maybe, is the wall, so you say it's like we're in a flight of stairs, right? And the wall came straight down, right?
Yeah.
Can I just go to the right of the staircase and just dip down underneath it? Like, what are we looking at?
No, okay, so the way I imagine it is this, somewhere between you and the staircase, there was a door, right? And I don't know if you went through the door or not. If you went through the door, then the wall comes down into the bottom of the stairs. I think that's what happened. So it's it was a door. There was kind of I don't know if there was a door or not, but now there's a steel wall between you at the bottom of the stairs. If you go down to the bottom of the stairs, there's a steel wall there.
I think she would assume that there would be a way to open this from both sides. The office most likely has that, or this back room, so she would be looking for a lever or a hidden button, maybe a buzzer underneath the desk or something, that would open maybe the secret door or secret wall.
How can I get... How could...
Might be changed the game or something.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, if you want to... So you don't get anything for free on this one. So if you were to look around, it would take time, and you wouldn't find anything. So give me another idea.
That bridge will let one person go.
Oh, I know. I was trying not to split, but it seems like that's the only way.
Well, we got split anyway.
I've been trying to do that forever. It's almost as if there's a god out there that's trying to split you up.
Well, it has worked, because there is no way for a very few powered Penny to get through that door.
You run the show, right? So you could still, I mean, you can thwart any efforts. I'm not allowed to. You just do random stuff. So you can, if you could think of a way to get through the door or through the wall, you could do that as well. I can't force you, and nor do I want to force you to do anything. I didn't want to kill Goldie, but you did it.
It was a very epic scene.
Hold on now.
You portrayed it very well. Also,
we did nothing but roll dice. You determine the outcomes. It specifically says the MC invokes. It's your choice. You chose to kill Goldie.
No, she doesn't want to accept that.
Perhaps to please me. I don't know why.
No, I'm dead.
God.
A ghost
Someone's
going to
get haunted. Someone's going to get haunted.
And it's going to be you.
Send that ghost to the gates of hell. Yeah, now whenever I feel like I use haunted and I fail, also I use that, so I get another attention there. Should mark that. Now, whenever I use Haunted and like fail that roll, Goldie's just gonna show up and annoy me for like a couple days. I'm just like,
The way through this door, with Penny's understanding of her abilities, would be to have Corvus hold a picture of something, and she goes through it and out the other side. However, that isn't something that they've pre-prepared. So it sounds like is that a flashback we can do?
Flashback.
Yeah, there you go. Uh-huh.
So I'd like to declare a
flashback
before
We
the
don't do
terrified.
enough- Yeah. Okay. Okay, so tell me again so I can hear this. Like we don't use flashbacks enough, I don't think. So
We
I'm
don't.
glad you're doing that. Yeah. Tell us exactly what you're gonna do, because now I'm excited.
So she's going to flashback to before they entered the motel, and out of caution, she's going to hand Corvus a picture. The picture is of a corridor in the university building, and at the other end of the picture is another picture of the same thing. So essentially what we're doing is we're creating a link between two separate pictures by going down a corridor and going through a picture instead of a picture.
Oh, so you can you're connected with each other. So you could go through.
Correct.
Oh, all right. Okay, nice.
Picture into picture, our picture.
All right. That would be change the game.
Yes. So roll change the game?
Yeah.
I will give you my help point here.
Oh, we can flavor that as you holding up the picture.
Yeah, I'm just like,
you know.
right. Yeah, I remembered, like, oh, right. Penny said if we ever got separated to hold this out and they would appear.
Perfect.
By the way, if you're just joining us, once per session, every player can choose to flash back and, say they did something that would help them at this moment.
Is it every player or just the
every
whole
player
group?
can do it once. Every player can do it once.
Oh, that's why
Yeah,
we
it's
never
once
play
per-
it. I thought it was
Oh.
like the whole group only gets one. Okay.
I just don't do it because I've used it one other time, but most of the time I just don't need it, so I don't use it.
Okay,
We
good.
use it a ton of times in Blades of the Dark, and
Yeah.
I'm a massive fan.
It's a
that's
great,
I
it
need
is
it.
a
Some
great
dumbass.
move.
Let's do
Anyway,
it.
so have this lovely conversation, roll change the game flat. Great success!
Whoa,
Hey.
you did it. Okay, so you get 2 juice. When you roll a great success with the power of 1, you get minimum of 2 juice. So you're going to create a story tag. Thank God you did that too, because you have to make it ongoing. So your story tag is picture, or like a portal picture, I guess.
Portal picture, good one, yep.
And it's ongoing. It has to be ongoing. And
Going.
there you go. So you go ahead, tell us how you connect and appear. I'm just going to give this to you since you succeeded, but just describe what happens as you go through the portal.
So she goes back up to the office, looks for a button, can't find anything. It doesn't really work out, and then she remembers the conversation that she had with Corvus. Again, she's terrified, so she is a bit out of her senses. But she does suddenly think back. Oh wait, we had this conversation, and she will flip out a picture book, which is like a 2-page picture book. So essentially, it's got 2 pictures on either side. You can flip through it a bit like a notepad. And she'll go to the picture of the corridor, which is from the City of Mist University. She will then hold it in her hand and be sucked into it as the colors and her shape kind of just get absorbed into the picture. And then suddenly it's just a picture on the ground. There's no one else there. She will then be pictured running through the corridor, getting to the other picture. Same thing will happen. And she will, as almost like pixels, but more like paint, coming through the other side and materialize in front of Corvus.
Ooh, okay. Nice.
Yeah,
And that's,
Corvus put this
that
on a
was
step in
Corvus,
front of him
yeah.
because he realized if he held it on the step, she might just like fall over. So he like put it down.
I'm going to
on the
fall
step
flat
in
on my
front of
face. Yeah, that's very kind.
him. Be like, no, I'm think I understand how this works.
It's an accurate depiction of the physics, because if it was like the other way around, I would have just gone front forwards or backwards. Yeah. So, hello. Sorry about not following closer. That's my fault. I am entirely to blame. I am so sorry. Thank you for doing the picture.
You asked me to. I'm happy to oblige.
Okay, so what do you do? I haven't heard a lot from Corvus, so like you can tell us what you're doing, and if anything else besides beginning to walk down this.
Once again, I
hallway.
am walking until I find something of interest. This is right now just a set of stairs leading down, so I walk forward until something of interest happens.
Okay, all right. We're gonna pause. We're gonna cut from there back to Chuck.
Like Listen, you little weasel. Who do you think you are?
And he like points. He's like right next to you. You flip the switch. Now he has this like arm thing, and it's pointed right at you. You don't know what it does because there's like gears and stuff. It's kind of steampunky things going on. You know, like spinning wheels, sounds. What are you doing?
Press all the buttons I can on his suit.
Is that Darth Vader with like the buttons on the front?
I'm sure there's buttons in the cockpit. Like he gets grabbed and like lifted up to like be eye level with this Drake guy, and then he's like, "Joke's on you! You put me close enough to your buttons."
Okay, I'm just acting erratically.
Yeah.
Stuff that he doesn't expect. I'm just going to
That
press all the
tracks.
buttons I can. Any buttons on his suit that are in reach, and just whatever.
Okay. You're gonna have to go toe to toe. Like there's really, I don't know how you're gonna do this, but it's gonna take go toe to toe. And then if you succeed, we'll figure out how to narrate you grabbing buttons because he's in an exoskeleton thing. Like so, like you could potentially get up there and stick your hand in maybe and hit some stuff. So yeah.
I'll put in levers into the arm sockets of the gears.
Rip lever out of machine, sticks it in arm. Like,
Yeah,
this will
into the
work.
gears.
Okay.
It's kind of steampunky. Yeah.
You're gonna have to roll change the game to like
game.
get a lever, and then you're gonna have to roll go toe to toe to take that lever, and you have to do this all in one smooth motion. So it's gonna be tough because you can't reuse tags either. So go ahead, tell us what you're gonna do exactly and what tags you're gonna use to accomplish it.
So no matter what you're saying, I've got multiple things I have to do.
Unless you just try to jump at him. Like the hard part is going to be to take the time to rip something out of the like a lever out of the like crazy machine. Like you could, without rolling change the game, you could try to jump and start flailing, but you're not going to have the bonus of the lever. So like it's up to you. This is, you either take one risk on one side hand or one risk the other way.
You can also always roll stop holding back and just utterly demolish the machine and the man inside.
I mean, he's very injured.
I'm very injured, and I've got like I don't know if I can stop holding back.
So if you stop holding back, you roll.
extreme.
It doesn't matter what the statuses are. You roll plus
logos.
your logos at this point because you're so hurt, and because he is not hurt at all. It would be a ultimate sacrifice, which means if you failed, you would die. But if you succeeded, then you would narrate what happened.
Is he that desperate yet? Is Chuck that desperate yet?
No, but
I don't know.
I'm close.
Yeah, I was about to say he's really hurt.
I'm always hurt.
I of course had thought about this question ahead of time, and I was going to make it a game time decision because it's real close. It's a close call whether it be no return or ultimate. But at this point, because it's you're like you would really change the direction of the way the story is going in an extreme way with a boss. So that's why I decided ultimate would be the appropriate.
But my thought is I don't want to just tackle because he's in a mech. He's expecting that, so we've got to try to do the unexpected, and that's what I'm trying to do, which is and just press all the buttons, which is
you can roll go toe to toe,
or a toe to toe.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've got the minus. I've got broken bones, and that's about it. I'm going to
tell you this too. I'm going to give you a list other piece of information. Keep in mind that he has an exoskeleton on. If you're trying to do physical damage,
that's what I'm saying.
It's going to be hard to apply. You're going to have to really work your way. You're going to have to take over you're going to have to push buttons, right? I don't know how you're going to do that without having something to stick in there, like a lever. So I think you have to change the game if you want to try to attack the machinery.
Yeah, that's what I think I have to do. Yeah, I'm with you with that. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so
you're pretty sure if you tried to attack him at this point, because you're so hurt that you're not going to be able to hurt him physically. You're going to have to do something, special, like with the levers or whatever.
So I've got it down to a 0.
Okay.
Again, because I start with a -3 no matter what. So I got it down to a 0, which is pretty much
Okay.
all these rolls by using the same stupid things. I'm sorry, I'm using the same things, which is I act first because I'm just like, he's expecting me to do something, I'm not doing it. I'm using my smarts, I'm using the playbook. This is going to get burnt soon, I'm sure. Permanently,
Okay.
maybe by the GM, MC.
Roll +0 then.
And
That's fine.
the fighter
That's-
stuff.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I mean, that sounds about right. This is a risky moment.
yeah,
and you're-
toe to toe. Let's do this. This is just to
no,
rip
no, we've changed the game. This
change
is
the game. Just rip the lever.
Yeah. And you're going to grab that and you're going to hit him. If you're successful, you're going to take the lever, you're going to rip it out and try to jam it into his machinery.
Screw that. Let's
Yeah,
flash
what do you-
back
All right. What do you think?
Yes.
to the offer of the tire lever.
Oh, my tire iron.
The tire iron.
Yeah, I do remember offering that to you.
Well, Chuck said no. He just put it in the back of his, just in case. You just never know. Just put it in the back, just in case. And it's at this
Nice.
point of time, instead of ripping off a lever, it's like, oh, tire iron, and runs out with the tire iron.
Okay, so you've been carrying a tire iron this whole time?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now there are two. Okay, just so you know, I'm not being unfair here. There are two ways you can flashback. One, you can describe an action carried out by your character in the past and make a move for that action,
Okay.
which means you'd have to roll. So like you can let me know what move you think is appropriate, or you can describe events from your backstory. I don't think this would count. In which case you don't roll and you get a juice. So when I make you, I'm just trying to tell you when I make you roll here, it's because I have to, not because I'm being mean.
So what do you want me to roll?
Change the game story tag tire iron?
Yeah, I guess that's
Which
probably
is a
the way.
flat change the game.
Well, yeah, because no, because you don't have. I don't think your broken bones would matter. That taking.
Yeah, because I
iron would be-
offered it to him.
Yeah.
It's not like he tried to like steal it away.
Yeah.
Like, I offered to him, I put it down in the trunk, and then he kind of decided, nah, I'd rather just hold on to it in case.
Yeah, so I think you're going to get some pluses here. Like none of your negative statuses would apply to that one.
But
So
none of
you
my
would just-
pluses would either.
What about Coach's playbook? You were thinking ahead. You knew later
Yeah.
in the game you needed a strategy.
Yeah,
Backup plan.
Backup plan and
I would give you that because
ultimate fighters like, well, I might need something to hit something with. And don't have a
Yeah.
bat.
I mean you need to get a 10 plus on this one
Oh shit.
because it has to be ongoing.
It does, yeah. It
Yeah.
does.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, that's it. I've only got one, yeah.
And if you fail on that one, it's still like the effect doesn't happen only then; it happens now.
Is it possible for me to give Chuck a help point for this?
Are you
I
gonna help?
convinced back in times. Like,
I
you
was about
probably
back
really
in
need to.
time, like convince him more thoroughly, like, hey, you might actually need the tire iron later.
Yeah.
Like, don't
As
be
Corvus is walking away and he's left the tire around and Chuck's kind of eyeing it, I think Penny would just say, you really, really should keep something to defend yourself. Trust me, I've got this on me. Maybe the tire iron's your emotional support.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Plus
Okay, so
three.
tell me what tags you're using exactly, because you're not going to be able to reuse these ones when you roll.
Oh, shh.
Go toe to toe.
Then I get just the help point. There's nothing else because they're the same things.
You know what? I'm going to let you reuse them because the rule is, I don't know the exact rule, but the general rule is you can't reuse tags unless circumstances change. And I think if it's a flashback, at least for purposes of this one, the circumstances will have changed from the time where you got the tire iron until now. So I'll give you that.
Okay.
You can reuse tags on these two.
Plus three, then.
Otherwise, I think moved.
So again,
yeah,
using tactics with my coach's playbook,
it's stressful.
using fighting, and the
Keep in
plus one
mind-
help point.
I would like to remind people, keep in mind, Chuck has a tier 3 injury here, and you've seen that the mechanist can deliver at least a tier 4 injury right out the gate. So, just saying. Tier 5, possibly. Depends.
No, there was a plus. There was a 6 there.
Oh, did you roll a 6?
No. As in, he probably
I
could
see.
do a 6.
Yeah.
Maybe
No,
a
no, he
6.
can't.
Let's change the
doesn't have
game.
ability.
Let's do
No,
it. Do I have a tire iron?
You
Apparently
do.
I do.
Yes.
Uh-oh, but it's a 12.
12.
Good. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's
okay.
great
So
success. It's power 3.
So tire 9, which is and a +1 juice, it just happens to be the perfect fit.
Now,
So,
can
yes,
I
it's-
say this to you? Because, well, I'm going to suggest this. You can create the story tag tire iron. You can make it ongoing, and since you haven't, since like carrying a tire iron around would have, in theory, kind of been a pain in the ass. I think I would say you would charge another point to if you agree to hide the effect, so that it would explain how having a tire iron on you didn't make you any less agile or didn't affect you in any way up until now. I'm going to leave that up to you though. The first two though, I will insist.
I was just going to say, and it just happens to be like the perfect for what I need.
Okay. I mean, you only get a +1 for a story tag anyway. The question is, would you want to do anything else? Would you want to do another story tag for something else? Or another status or something like that?
I'll take your suggestion, but so I was just going to say like the perfect for exactly and anyway, let's just go. I just want to move forward and let's go. So, got a tire iron. Let's go after him. Let's try to crack open that can and press some buttons.
Okay, so now you're
Thought I
going
was
to
predictable.
you're going to jump and
Yeah, I'm going to hit myself.
jab the tire iron in there.
I believe.
Then I've got to do the minuses.
And I'm letting you reuse the tags, but yeah, you do have to apply Broken Bones 3 this time.
Yeah. As I said, doing the
But you
minuses
get
now.
to use tire iron. You get to, you get to add whatever tags you have on top of that.
But Ultimate Fighter, coach's playbook for doing another unexpected thing against this guy.
Because
And he's not
expecting.
going, and because you're going after his machinery and not his exoskeleton, I'm going to let you know that he has a custom rule that says if you try to injure him, he can reduce the tier by 2, but he's not going to be able to do that this time because you're going through his, you're not going right at him physically. You're going to his machinery, and I'm going to give you a bonus on that one.
Thank you.
I'm going to not apply the custom rule.
Thank you.
The bigger they are, apply it. This is a big robot.
So using strength, yes, the bigger they are because it's a big robot. I don't even think the Ultimate Fighter works, but either way, maybe. Acting surprise in the coach's playbook, so it's with the tire iron, it's a +1.
Okay.
That's about it.
Sounds good.
It's
Go
again.
for it.
I probably could have pushed it, but let's do this. Go toe to toe. I'm going to get my butt kicked again. I'm got to lose one of these. Oh my god!
Great success.
Oh, yes!
Hey, is this the else button?
Okay.
Um,
You can do two things. You can manage to achieve your goal, which wasn't really anything because you already have the tire iron. You can get them good, or you can block.
the goal was to press the button. Essentially, find an off button. Or any button on his suit, but yes.
Okay, but that's not going to be the choice you can make. You can give him a so like what I'm saying is when you go after the button, he's not going to be able to block you with the exoskeleton. So you're going to be able to put a full status on him without having it be eliminated. Like if you didn't succeed, you wouldn't be able to give him a status at all.
Okay.
But you did succeed, so you can give him a tier 2 status if you want. But then he can counterattack, or you can give him a tier 1 status and he won't counterattack.
Well, no, he can choose 2, so he can give him a tier 2 status and block dodge. It's his best attempts.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. Oh, good.
Haywire machine.
You're gonna survive this.
Haywire machine. And let's just try to
Okay.
block dodge it.
Hey, just wait a second.
You can see he's like shaking for a second.
Hey, Carnage, what are you doing just standing there?
You can see now they're trying to climb some. There's like stairs that loop around like the there's like fire escape like type stairs that you didn't notice before. They're just they're sort of painted white, so they're hard to see. So these carnies are going to now start to make their way up these stairs. And he's gonna take, what did you say, haywire too?
Yeah.
And he's shocked, so he doesn't counterattack. You avoid his counterattacks. We cut right there.
Back to the others.
We go back to the others. I gotta write down haywire too. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time keeping track. Haywire.
No, that was a really cool moment. Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Back down. You have made your way down the hall, and you come up to the end of your hallway, and it seems like you heard my description of the end of the hallway that Chuck and Goldie were at. Same exact deal. You have a steel door straight ahead with a keypad, a wooden door on the left, and a wooden door on the right. Just so you know, this is not the same place.
Thank you.
Does time pass in real time in your thing?
In the photographs, yes.
Okay. I was about to say.
If you stay in them too long, you'll start phasing out of reality.
Right. You did warn me about that. I was going to say we might have been able to just spend time in there and, monkeys and typewriters, hit the keypad enough to figure out the combo.
Makes a lot of sense.
I mean, do you have a good way of getting past this? Because I could summon the ghost of one of those people I killed, but I don't think they would be super helpful.
Oh no, they would probably do their best to undermine you.
Well, they can't. They've never tried to do that, but maybe they can. Most of the time, even the ones I killed in the past seem to want to help me out. It's very weird.
Oh, okay. I don't know anything about that, but I've had to sneak into a few buildings in my time, so maybe I can have a look at this keypad and have a go.
By all means, and Corvus leans himself up against the wall and lets Penny to the keypad.
So she's had to slip past security, which is one of the power tags, a few times in her journalism in an attempt to to find a furthest killer at some criminal organizations as well as other things like that. So she's fairly proficient. She'd probably know something about electronics. So I think she'd try and jury rig the keypad.
Okay. That sounds like I'm going to say that's just a change the game rule.
Yeah.
Do you want to add the chat dice to this?
I'm trying to think of any relevant weaknesses, and I don't see any. I have the terrified status. Would that be relevant?
Oh, yes. Yes, that would be. I think that would be, unless you can explain to me why it wouldn't be.
No, I think it would, because she's trying to think back on the time she's had to do this before, but all she can think about is the brutal killing that just happened upstairs.
Yeah, I would imagine it's hard to focus on something like that.
Killings, plural.
Killing. She only heard the other. And she was too busy screaming at the time. So I think we're going to get 1 -2. So -3 from terrified. And then +1 from the slip past security. And I think I will use that die that you gave us before. So my -2 currently to take is to 0 because it's +2, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, there you go. Hey, it finally pays off.
I got you.
I just changed the chat dice rule just in case you're watching. I'm going to add some other. I've been studying the game mechanics, so I'm going to add some other bonuses to chat dice in case you get some in the future. But just so you know, for people watching, you get +2 if you're negative, or +1 if you're positive for chat. So please support the characters.
And
please.
It's only $1 or 100 bits.
There you
Or
go.
subscription. We're about to die. Well, at least Chuck is.
No, I don't know. It's a miss.
Okay, so here's what happens. You start to fiddle with the keypad, and well, I'm gonna say you figure it out. The thing turns green, the door opens, and well, let's see. Wait, okay. What tags did you just use right now?
Slip past security.
Slip past security. Okay, so I'm gonna say, why don't you burn slip past security, because you're not, you're too scared. This is not gonna work for you, and but you did get this door open. However, you didn't do it stealthily. So the carnies that were making their way up these stairs are gonna now beep. They see this door open. They're like, "What?" And they head back down toward you now. But they're not gonna get an attack in yet. We're just gonna burn your tag, and that's it.
That's the intruder alert.
Intruder alert. Yeah. So the hard move is all you have to do is burn a tag, and I'll complicate things a little bit by sending the carnies after you two. But I don't think they're gonna have much. I don't think they're gonna be alive too long.
Leap back in terror.
Yeah. I got to figure out how to defeat Corvus one of these days. And Corvus, what are you gonna do?
How many carnies are in front of me?
2. We'll say. In fact, I'll tell you who they are. They can say, "Hey," you hear them talking to each other. Mariusz, come on back this way. Okay, Ismail. So it's
Ishmael?
Mariusz. No, it's Ismail. Ismail.
These are some weird names. Well, I say that, but I'm American, so I only understand. All names
and so we'll
are
say,
weird in their own way.
We'll say that Mariusz is the person who's in front. Ismail, who has a magical scimitar, flaming scimitar, is a little bit behind.
Okay, cool.
You can say they're ready to fight. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm just gonna try and murder these two and keep walking forward as I have been.
Okay.
All right then. So I am gonna do.
I forgot that everybody's in darkness, but let's say, since I forgot, that the lights are back on for some reason.
I was about to say also there's now a flaming scimitar.
Yeah, the flaming sword would illuminate them.
Anyway, the emergency lights go on. And the flaming scimitar.
Sure. So once again, I'm gonna. So this time, instead of having it be quite as physical in their death, I'm going to use terrorize them with a glimpse of their own death. What they see is if they fight me, they will be horribly murdered in just unimaginably cruel ways.
Okay.
Aura of death.
Are you trying to convince them to not fight? Or are you trying to...
Oh, no. What is actually going to happen is they're going to see these visions, and then they're going to have a brain hemorrhage and die anyway.
Oh, okay. That sounds fun.
And once again, these being weird Frankenstein monsters are those who have cheated death.
Yeah, you can...
And once again, inhumane. Corvus is not pulling punches here. He's just nope, you're in my way. I'm tired of this place. I'm tired of your stupid cliches. Just die.
Okay.
Go toe to toe.
Yes.
Great success with 12. Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
I inflict them with a status of 6 of they have brain hemorrhages and die. And I block, dodge, or counter the best attempts because they drop dead at my feet.
So wait, it says power 3, but is that supposed to be 6 or something like that?
It is 6 because I added the +3 from inhumane.
Oh, okay. So they're
I don't know why it doesn't.
Okay, so they're fucked.
Yeah, they just drop dead. You just see blood pouring out eyes, nose, ears, and they just drop dead at my feet, and I continue walking forward.
You killed all my carnies.
They got in my way.
No matter. You will not defeat. You and your friends mean nothing to me. And he holds up. He's like, I will burn you all now. He holds up his other arm too. So he's like, now he's got both of you. You're down there. Chuck's up here. What does Chuck do?
Let's see if he can just rip open some more buttons and levers from his suit. I'm just attacking the suit, not him.
Okay, now you still have the crowbar in your hand.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so okay.
And it was given ongoing, so it ain't gone.
Yeah.
Go toe to toe.
That's good. It's pretty much the same as before, without attacking from surprise.
Yeah.
So it's actually less, but I do have the crowbar, as you mentioned. Or the tire iron. I think we're at 0. Ultimate fire, there we go. Use their strength against them, ultimate fighter, and bigger the better, and broken bones puts me at somehow 1? How?
Because broken bones is 3.
Did you?
Oh, that should be 3.
Reduce the status with juice. Is that something?
It should be 0. No matter what, it should just be 0. Either way, I'm just going to reset and do it to 0.
That seems fine.
I wish I had another health point.
No, that's all good.
I have no help and or hurt points to use.
This is me. This is just me. Yeah. Let's go toe to toe, and finally miss one.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you jump at him with the crowbar.
Just trying to wriggle it into the.
Yeah, and he has his arm out at you. So
Ponies.
instead, yeah, you go at him with the crowbar, and the arm just comes and boom hits you like it's a big exoskeleton arm. You get hit. You go flying up against the white wall. You leave a red trail of blood as you slide and fall down to the ground. And you're going to take broken limbs 4.
Back to the broken bones to a tier 5 status or a tier 4 status?
4, because if it's a tier 4, then it
overrides.
If you have a tier 3, it just overwrites it.
Mm-hmm.
So now, but if you take another tier 4 status,
can I try to avoid that damage?
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you could try to face danger if you want.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, but tell me how you do it. He goes boom.
I instead of him because I grab on and he's trying to rip into it, and I start seeing the levers move, and with that I just try to instead of being on the side of the arm trying to dig in, I see the arm start moving. I just let go limping, sliding underneath the arm a little bit to try to just stuck underneath as the arm hits the wall.
Roll
the momentum should fly you over. Yeah, smart.
So wait a second. Tell me what happens if you succeed. Where do you end up
I still holding him.
Okay.
But his arm hits the wall instead of me hitting the wall.
Okay.
So he's grabbing the underside of the arm. Essentially, is what.
Now,
and using momentum to swing underneath.
Yeah. So the reason why I ask you is because I'm trying to figure out if broken bones would apply again, and I think you've described it in such a way that I'm not going to charge that to you.
Okay, thank you. But I have nothing that goes with it.
I think you do.
You don't think I do? Yeah.
No.
It's just face danger. Let's do this. No.
Miss.
I missed again.
So
Take the full status.
So what I described the first time just happens. You don't take it. Yeah, you just take the full status. So you will take the tier 4 status supersedes the tier 3 status. Now, for the audience watching, if you take another tier 4 status, that upgrades your tier 4 status to a tier 5, and you're unconscious. But you're still awake. You just have broken limbs 4.
Yeah. I've had several tier 5 statuses.
Yeah.
Usually about one investigation. This one's probably the 3rd one in this investigation, maybe.
Penny,
second.
the camera swoops down to you. You just saw a bunch of horrific stuff happen again. You're still terrified 3.
Oh yeah.
I didn't bother to giving you additional statuses at this point because I was just wanted to move the action on, but I should have. Now that I think about it, I got too excited to get Chuck. I wanted to hurt Chuck so bad.
To be fair, this was much more tame than the last one.
Yeah.
This was just people having a brain hemorrhage. Blood comes out. It's not as bad as me ripping a man's head in half.
In all fairness, as well, we did see the dead body inside of the bathroom. So if anything, just overexposure to all of this horror is probably
but I could have come up with something.
Oh,
So
I believe that.
I'm being super nice. That's what I want you to take from that.
Well, thank you. Hi.
Well, it looks like the shoe is in the other foot now, Ritz. And
The
soon,
hell does that
my
even
army
mean?
will rise up.
I literally killed 4 of your people with no effort. None.
Surely this isn't what you want. All this murder, losing all of your friends and family. Please stop.
Never!
All right, I'm shooting the leg.
Just taking the shotgun, bam.
Yeah, no, I need to survive this. This guy looks like some kind of evil villain. I'm not aiming for him because I don't want to hurt him. That's not what
That's
Penny's
right,
about.
I am evil. I'm the most evil and wicked.
I do have a funny idea of what I'm going to do on my turn.
I know someone more evil and wicked than you.
No, Penny. No, Ms. Penny. I want you to die.
You don't say miss with
did
their...
it.
Why did you do it
I
on
didn't
the first
lie.
name?
Because money, Penny. Yeah.
I guess that is at least a different reference and somewhat clever based on the circumstances.
He seems
better
very
than-
satisfied with himself.
It was much better than the Bates Motel one.
Hey,
Yeah, Penny's done with this as well. I'm aiming for the leg and firing the shotgun off.
You're gonna hit him with a shotgun?
I'm gonna hit him with a shotgun.
Skeleton. Give that a try, little girl. You seem like the kind of person that wouldn't go on a date with me.
Oh,
Absolutely
God.
not. You're horrific. Do you even shower?
Look at what I built. I am the mechanist, and I need no one except me.
Well, now you have no one because everyone else is dead. They could all be alive if they didn't do this. Why are you so insane?
Takes out his inhaler.
I will kill you now. Your time is up. You see how my accent sounds evil too?
Oh, it sounds
No.
like you, and you clearly do because I just saw you put on air, have asthma.
So what?
And maybe a sinus infection, to be fair. Anyway, Penny, shoot this thing.
Yeah, bang.
Go
Do
for
what I
the
taught you.
arms. Explode the flamethrowers.
Remember, he has an exoskeleton.
Yeah, I mean,
I remind
Penny
you-
wouldn't understand any of this.
Okay.
He's just acting in desperation more than anything else.
Okay.
So does this go toe to toe or hit
It would be
roll?
go toe to toe. Yeah.
Go toe to toe. Just the sort of shotgun power, nothing else. I don't think it would really work. Maybe aware of every tiny moment so that she would know where to shoot. That would do the most damage. because of how it's
Where at any
thundering.
tiny moment again, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I scoff.
Can you say that again? Can you use that? Say respect my authority.
Stick my avatar.
There it is. There it is. Just got the voice. Cartman.
Mild success.
Nice.
Barrett 2. Barrett 9.
Okay. Okay. Well, tell me what you do.
Well, I'm aiming for his leg. I'm trying to cripple his exoskeleton in whatever way that a buckshot shotgun physically can.
So you can choose one. You can get them good, or you can block, dodge, or counter their best attempts.
I think she's too terrified to dodge at
Okay.
this point. She's more focused on just landing the shot.
Okay. So what you do is you fire the shotgun, and you score a direct hit on the leg, and the bullet just bounces right off, and it falls.
Yeah.
Stupid rips. Well, now you're going to feel my power.
And he unleashes a flamethrower. It fills the entire room with fire. You each take on fire 2. Everybody does.
Face danger?
Yeah.
If you can explain to me how you face danger, go for it. Because this is a huge flamethrower. This is the fire is going to engulf it.
Is this magical fire?
Yeah. Well, hold on a second. Let me say. I'm going to say no, not at this point. It's just
Then I'm immune to it. So I just okay, I'm on fire.
Okay, but still take the status anyway. If you're burning, you're on fire, and it might not apply, but take the status anyway. Unless you want to face danger somehow.
I was gonna say I was immune to non-magical weaponry and can't die whenever it was light. Like, what difference does it make if I'm on fire?
It might. I don't know. It might be a pain in the ass, and I have no idea.
It's just
I mean,
inconvenience.
might be hard to see.
So yeah, face danger, power 2, I guess.
Okay.
I would also like to face the danger as well.
I take slightly scorched
take
1.
Yeah, a scorched 1. All right.
Okay.
Penny would like to try and jump into the photograph again that Corvus is.
Ooh, this. It's fine. Jump into your picture, you coward.
Absolutely, I'm out of here.
That's what I expected. Thank God somebody here is behaving predictably. It proves my fury.
I mean, that would be the no, because 2 of us aren't acting predictably. So
You
that's-
are all acting predictably, just like I predicted with my important work. That
yeah,
I do here.
the photo did it perfectly.
As he's monologuing and charging up his
Yeah,
flamethrower.
Whoa! There you go.
No.
And away.
I planned that.
And Chuck, you're gonna
As
face danger with your broken limbs.
with my broken limbs, I just try to use that title and just to push it, like to essentially not have the flame come all the way towards me, and just trying to and the like my thick skin to try to like the wash of it and the heat and whatnot to try to not using his strength against himself, using my thick skin, and the bigger the better. But I've also got the minus for the broken limb, so yeah. Got to 0 somehow.
All right.
Don't you have a weakness to fire?
No. Yeah, apparently,
I could have sworn you did.
No, I put in extra weaknesses, but apparently that's actually a bonus because it gives you more levels up quicker.
Yeah.
But just I voluntarily put in things like that as like
I did the same thing.
psychologically, yeah.
I could have just sworn you used them in the past.
I
makes
did,
sense
but it's just
story-wise,
story-wise it worked. But
Okay.
Yeah.
there's an actual mechanic which it's bad. So, what have we got? We've got 1, 2. There should only be 3. I should be at -1 somehow, but I don't know. I'll just put an extra -1 there to make it right. Yeah. Let's face the danger and let's probably get burnt.
Oh, you did it. Okay, so you take scorched 1. So it just hurts a little bit. So instead, you're just gonna tick 1 box off your broken limbs. We'll say so. You sort of have 1 additional pip after 4, so you're 4.1 basically.
Yep.
Which means if you take a tier 3 status, now you'll be knocked out.
Yeah. I'm learning the damage side of the game.
It's interesting, huh? Yeah.
Thanks, Penny. I'm learning the damage side of the game really well.
Yeah.
A veritable expert over here.
So the way I write that down in my notes, just so you know, is 4.1. So if you hear me say that, that's what I mean. I mean 4 plus 1 tick on the tracking card. Which if you had one like this,
I got it.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Physical.
Someone has to be fancy and own physical things.
If we die, could you write it out in real life?
Yeah, that's right. And I'll mail it to you.
Yeah.
Give me your address. I'll write dead on a status card and mail it to your door.
Yeah, that's right.
I
And
just
I'll
want
say,
to point.
signed the mechanist.
I just want to point out in Zweihander they actually have a death certificate for when you lose a
Oh,
character.
really? Oh,
They do.
It's a printed out thing, which you can fill it out in detail of what happened for your death.
That's
How
cool.
I die.
Anyway, is it my go? Or is it
Who is next
Corvus?
to fight the mechanist?
Let me look here.
I think it's Corvus.
He starts
Penny
it down.
Roberts.
He is he starts to make his way down the metal flimsy steps.
well, I was
Oh,
going
yeah,
to I was going to drop the platform he was standing on, if
He
anything.
starts to make his way down towards
All
you.
right, it is apparently my go.
Yeah.
This guy seems like you probably would have gone to college. And I'm a professor at the college. Do I recognize this guy?
I went to Payne University.
Oh god.
Wait a minute.
Where I
He's
got
an
my
alumni.
dark spirit.
Aren't you Drake Peabody?
I am. You wait. Let's see. I'm trying to think if he would just tell you right out the gate, or if you should roll investigate to see if you recognize. I think he's too interested in killing you. He's too angry. He doesn't want to like. He doesn't.
Oh, I don't. So, yeah, no, I don't actually care.
Oh, okay.
My plan is to be like, I'm a teacher, and he's some big nerd. So
Oh,
I want to like be in the position of authority to teach. Like, what are you doing? Like, you had a doctorate in mechanical engineering, and this is what you're doing with it. So essentially,
Yeah.
I am psychologically, manipulating him.
Yeah.
We'll call it what it is. So I
It's
will
called
do,
teacher voice.
Yeah, teacher, how to read a person, and trying to think. Is there anything else?
I used to roleplay with 3 teachers. It's called teacher voice.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't really have anything else that'll apply. I'll use my chat bonus now to make this +3.
Now he is poisoned with, or he's seething with hatred. So I think, I don't think that's going to affect anything because you're just trying to make him feel worse. So it's not going to. I don't think that'll.
Oh, so I should do something else.
Well. Do you want to like add it? Is that what you're saying? You want to add the seething with hatred too? No, I'm just saying the seething with hatred is not going to inhibit you.
Oh, okay, yeah. No,
You're trying to.
Yeah,
inflame.
I'm essentially trying to get him either like so mad he like has one of those things where it's like you get so angry you start crying and like actually start feeling sad because you realize your anger isn't really directed at anything important.
And he's just lost all of his friends.
So
It's
you
just
would
like
okay.
yeah. So I'm like trying to make him realize what he is doing doesn't do anything. Like he's not proving a point here.
That could be a change of the game.
And he's wasted his life.
Yeah, you're quite literally wasting the gift you have to do this. Why are you doing that?
As he
You had
brushes
so
off
much
the
potential.
flames.
Yeah, just like yeah, I'm just like the flames aren't affecting me. Just like this little one on my arm, and just like press it out while I'm talking to him. Yeah, I don't know what you want me to roll here, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so here's the custom move that I'm trying to consider here, and I want you to tell me if this applies, because now that I read it, I think it does. It's called Poisoned by Hate. When the mechanist enters the scene, give him seething with hatred too. This applies to any attempts to convince him or cure him of his hatred to riffs.
I'm not attempting to cure him of his hatred for riffs. He can hate riffs. I don't care. I'm
All
attempting to convince him that he is just wasting his life.
Okay,
He can
all
still
right.
hate riffs all he wants. I don't care.
That's fine. We'll say it doesn't apply.
So does that change the game then?
Yeah. Go
All
with that.
right,
You're
change the
just
game with a power of 3. Oh, mild success.
Success.
I'm
Okay,
so
what do you
lucky
do?
with these dice rolls today.
I mean, I think I'm just giving him a tier 3 status of like sudden realization. Like my words are getting through to him. Like he, like in the back of his head, he kind of knows that I'm right.
Maybe
Doubt.
distracted
He
free
is-
or
We'll
something.
say
Doubt.
realization or doubt.
Yeah, doubt 3.
Self-doubt 3. How about that?
Because
That's
I'm like telling him his entire life's work up until this point is pretty much pointless and a waste of time. Why are you doing this when you could be doing so much more?
Now, let me ask you this. Okay, so you can just give him a status, but if it's not ongoing though, so it's just going to affect what? It's just going to affect his well, it'll affect whoever attacks him next. He won't be as good at defending. It's going to give you a +3 whoever attacks him next.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, that's what I did. I'm just like,
That's pretty good. Okay, well,
Drake,
all right.
you are
Yeah.
wasting so much potential. Oh my god. How did you not even think for a moment that maybe you could be doing so much more with your talents than this? This is literally a waste of time. You are wasting your time, our time. Everyone's time is now wasted here because you decided to go down this path instead of one that is better for what you can do for the world. Congratulations, I suppose. You figured out how to win.
Like he blinks his eyes long. He's like making his way down the steps. We'll say while you're telling him this, he makes it so that he's on the same level as you, but he's hesitated a little bit. He's like, he's gonna take this as like, no, it's too late for me. This is the most important thing that I could be doing.
Just so wrong. I don't understand it. So much wasted potential.
What do you know? Just a teacher. You know what they say? Teachers are not something like that. Teachers don't know
those who cannot do teach.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Except
that's you. Look at me. I am the mechanist.
Yeah, Professor Johnson literally taught you how to build that actuator. He taught you how to do this.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm really not.
Okay, who's next? Penny?
Can I stop holding back with that +3?
I think Chuck's next anyway.
I will check. Let me confirm.
Well, I don't know if you can use the stats of holding back. I think you just add +2. I mean, you can use a chat die. We've decided.
I don't have a chat dice. I don't.
Okay. Somebody
that was my tempting of like doing a stop holding back with the +3. Otherwise, I'm just going to tackle the scaffolding above him because he's now on the bottom.
Yeah.
And drop that on him.
Okay.
That's my tactic.
Go.
I don't know why you just said it that way, but I don't know why you said go toe to toe. He wouldn't know that language.
You're going toe to toe with me.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah.
Well, he's
but I have doubt free, so I'm going to feel a bit bad.
I don't think this is the best thing I could be doing.
I don't feel good about myself all of a sudden.
You should.
Retirement plan is ruined.
No, don't say that. That makes me feel worse.
Good.
I don't know why. Look at what I have built. I should be feeling on top of the world. In fact, I do.
But I agree with what you built. No one wants to attend.
But the world is on top of you as I have walked up to the scaffolding bone and just jump and just do the big last tack on it to try to drop it down. I might be falling with it. That's something I'm taking on. That's why I'm saying stop holding back would be a possibility. If not, I've just got a 3 for this. Go toe to toe.
Wait, would you say +3? Because there's no way. Like, how do you have +3?
Oh no, I've got.
Oh, I see. You got 0
for his juice for the last one. Is that not right?
Got it.
Yeah,
okay,
so
what's the total net of +3?
All my stuff zeroes out my injuries.
Okay. All right, yeah, do it. Do it. Roll it.
All I can do is take the +3 from the previous.
This is
I helped.
Yes.
This is a good for us.
So this is the face. Is it? No, it's go toe to toe.
Go toe to toe.
And I can still roll 2.
I have an Olympian exoskeleton, just so you know.
Okay.
I know. There's nothing I can do here but this. I can't think of anything else right now. Holy shit, I've done it.
Great success.
There you go.
I did not expect that.
I would recommend block, dodge, or counter best defense is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest would be just
Haywire.
I like Haywire. I like attacking the exoskeleton rather than him because it is hitting the exoskeleton rather than him. So,
well, okay. Keep in mind, okay, so he has the Olympian exoskeleton, which says, I'm going to give you the exact language. When the mechanist armor takes a physical or subdual status, reduce its tier by 2. So I don't think you're going to do anything to him. I think you're basically going to bounce off
Buried.
Him and
got power 3.
yeah, but you have to.
1 status.
Oh, I see. You get them good, inflecting a status with tier. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know why I always get this wrong. Because I think of it as change the game, so I screw it up. So yeah, you can give him a tier 3 status and then block his best attempts if you want.
Okay.
And that'll essentially be a tier 1 status.
Buried.
That's not nothing.
Buried 3.
No, because he's not gonna be buried. Like
under the scaffolding, under the.
So I would say Haywire
platforms.
2 would. I'm gonna stack it for you. So like instead he's gonna be, we'll say damaged 2.1.
Okay.
He has to overclock his suit to get out of the rubble or something, and that increases the load or something.
Either way, let's do it. Done. I'm good.
Yeah, I'll give you the stack. Okay, and he tries mightily to fight back, but he's For a second, he's entangled with the scaffolding, but he blasts it away just in time to face an attack from Penny.
As she leaps out of the picture like a champion.
And Corvus just once again like put the photo on the ground next to him, and he just jumps out of it again.
Yeah, and he doesn't see this coming. He's, so this will be if you attack him. I will give you hit with all you got.
Oh, okay. Well, I do have a way of maybe doing something good, but it'd be very risky. I don't think we're going to do it. So what Penny is going to do is, noticing that she's out of his line of sight or whatever's going on, she's going to try and run up to him and put a picture on his exoskeleton. If she's able to do that, she can suck him and whatever he's got into the picture.
And we can just leave him there for the rest of his days.
Yes. He's not a rift, so...
Explain to me how you're gonna do that.
Right, so as I'm using hit with all you've got, I think she's going to try and she's going to drop the shotgun and she's going to get a picture of the Niagara Falls and she's going to run forwards, or waterfall, generic waterfall, very big, and she's going to run forwards and attempt to drag him into the picture. She has to go with him, so there's definitely a way he can counter. But if she's able to do that, she can leave herself and leave him inside the picture. There is a way out, and if it was a rift, he would very easily find it. But he's not.
That's complicated, so that's going to be a go toe-to-toe because you're going to have to achieve your goal, and then you're going to have to avoid a counterattack.
Okay.
So that'll be go toe-to-toe. If you somehow suck him into the picture, I don't. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I got nothing for this.
You're enjoying that voice way too much. and Goldie's was getting...
You can't do Goldie's anymore. Goldie is dead. And I will not summon Goldie as a ghost.
I was about to say that's the only way.
I refuse it.
So I'm going to try going to go to toe. It's just flat.
Nope.
Yes.
Welcome to my night of all in flat rolls.
You jump up with your picture, and he catches it, crushes the picture.
Oh
no. So now wait a second. With the picture, did I get you to burn? And what's your picture generating device?
It's my Enclave Power picture world.
How do I destroy it? How can I get you to burn the tag?
You could burn picture within a picture, I suppose that would work. So I can't use the.
Forget it. I don't need no magic. I am the mechanist. And so instead he does what he did with Chuck. He just bats you off.
I was upstairs, he's down there. I'm upstairs.
Yeah.
He's down on the ground, which with scaffolding.
And he still takes broken limbs for.
Yeah.
That's why I said he's dangerous.
Did he just attack me? Because you just said Chuck.
No. She said like Chuck.
Oh, okay. That's what I was saying.
Like
I'm upstairs.
Chuck.
No.
No.
Broken limbs for.
Get battered away as I attempt to put the picture on his frame. Yeah.
I guess that goes back to me.
That's me. Can I face the danger on that?
Yeah. Actually, you can.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's
Thank you for reminding me.
It's a mimetic virus of the voice.
Yeah.
He's infecting people. He's developed a virus.
A terrible voice virus.
So instead of sucking him into the picture, I'd like to suck myself into the picture instead.
Okay.
As my way of facing the danger to avoid the hit.
Okay. Give it a shot. But you cannot reuse any. Well, you didn't use any tags to begin with, so
Nope.
you can select any that may apply.
Aware of every tiny moment again, because I'm seeing him. I'm seeing him whack.
Why did I not?
Yeah, no, you didn't.
You can now.
Go for it. You can use it. You can use that one because that's all
That's
me.
it.
I was so like excited to give you a tier 4 status. I avoided what I did.
I could still very easily get. I've only got the one power that's relevant to this. She's not a fighter. Face danger, power 1. Mild success.
All right, then you take only Broken Bones 3.
Broken Bones 3.
That's still pretty good.
Oh no, that hurts like hell. Yeah, Penny's not
That's
used to that
right.
kind of pain either.
That's right.
I was already terrified 3. Would that go up in status as well? Because I've just been smacked.
Oh, you know what I failed to do is charge that against you for face danger. I should have, but I did not.
Oh.
So
Oh, we
you
still
get
can.
No. Broken Bones 3 it is.
Ah!
Yes, that leaves Corvus.
That's right. We now cut to Corvus.
So Corvus has done his best to talk the horrible mad scientist out of his evil scheme. Realizing that isn't going to work, he resorts to what is apparently the tried and true method of solving all the problems we've ever come across: horrible violence.
All right, that's what we do around here. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what we want to do.
So what I'm imagining happening is my aura of death is going to go up, like, and consume the mech up to the mechanist's arms and legs, like up to his physical arms and legs, and literally just tear them apart. So it is ripping off his arms and legs as well as the arms and legs of this mech suit.
Oh, yeah. He's locking the legs in with the met parts and yanking them apart.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think he's cheated death. I think he's just a regular guy.
And just a regular guy with a PhD.
All right. Now, he did see me absolutely murder 2 of his people with no, like, consequence to me, and I'm doing something that is horrible. Can I put the fear of death into them? Like, this is a pretty, like, scary act I am doing, and
And you're on fire.
I am on fire and don't care.
What I will do is I will let you use that, but keep in mind his Olympian exoskeleton will be able to reduce your status by 2.
Oh, I'm aware. Once again, I'm doing something horrifically violent. Inhumane 3 applying.
No, I can't. I can't do it at this moment. That would be too much, because he's not. He's not being very humane. It's not. You're sort of on the same level at that point. At this point.
Okay. Is there anything else I can apply?
What's your
I'm insulted for Corvus.
It would only be a +2, so it wouldn't do anything.
Hold on a second. 3 is such a. Okay, fine. Add your 3.
Okay.
Boo.
3. There's no other way to hurt him. I'm sorry.
I'm very upset about this.
Go toe to toe because we're fighting each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll be able
great
to
success. Tier 5.
Power 5.
So maybe I don't quite rip the arms and legs off of him as much as I would like, but I definitely start dislocating the joints of the mech and potentially him.
Right.
And I'll also block, dodge, and counter test attempts because my aura of death is literally holding on to the mech so he can't punch me back.
Yeah.
So it's literally like my aura goes up into the mech, like it's now surrounded by this kind of black mist stuff, as well as like his arms and legs, and literally he just feels like tearing as I tear his joints and the mech's joints.
Ooh, I don't like this, Professor. Okay, so
should have stopped when I told you to.
Tell me what status or what 2 choices are you gonna make? I guess you're gonna get him good.
Tier 5 and status and block, dodge, and counter the best attempts.
Okay, so then he's gonna take you're gonna take no status, and he's gonna take a tier 3 status. On top of what does he have already? Damage
2.1. So does that bump up to a 4?
No, it just goes up to 3.
All right, then I'm gonna say torn ligaments 3,
okay.
as I literally grab
Dislocated.
dislocated 3.
So 2.1. What I'll do is I'll go to what I'll do is I'll add 3 ticks, so it'll be 3. It'll go to 3.2. So a tier 1 status will cause him to go to 4.
Okay.
Getting there.
Yeah.
That's it for
I'll
me.
give you a little bonus. And you're going to counter his best attempts. So
Yeah,
that's
so-
it.
The Deathy Aura is holding his mech in place, so he can't do anything about what I'm doing.
You can see for a moment slight fear in his eyes, Chuck. This is not going according to plan at all.
Let's go back to the levers. Press. One of these got to do something.
Also, I will say this. He's now damaged such that the sacrifice required to kill him in a stop holding back move, if anybody wants to use it, would be only no return at this point.
Okay, that's acceptable, which is still really bad. Let's do it.
Okay.
From the platform, we're doing a power dive.
From down under.
A spear tackle.
He's coming with the chair. Oh God Almighty!
Oh my!
A spear tackle from because I'm still up on top of the platform. They say you're never not allowed to do it, but it's the only way to do it. So I just essentially jump off and just do the big double fist downwards onto him. That's the whole thing.
Okay,
Like-
roll plus.
Ghost.
What's your logos 2?
Yeah, I've got logos
Roll
too.
plus 2. And let us before you roll, let's see what the risk is going to be here.
Bad.
I have it pulled up already.
All right, thank you very much.
No return. On a 7 to 9, replace one theme. On a 10 plus, mark fade/crack and burn all the power tags on one theme.
which is replace one theme.
Basically.
Well, you
I
pick.
think
It's not like you pick
if you
which
get a
one it
10
goes
plus, yeah, yeah.
I've got 2, which is like at 2. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
to. Right, but you can also pick like a third one that isn't.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
I'm just doing like the big double fist down off the platform as a dive will do, but not like the open hands, but actually as a fist. And let's just do
Big moment.
cinematic move, stop holding back,
this
plus
succeeds.
2. That's all.
Can he drill through the mech and take him out?
Great success!
So it looks like. All right. So tell us what happens. Describe it.
So as I jump off, it's like, I saw this in diving once, and just like dive off the platform, hands up in a double fist, and just punch through, and just like punch through the mech, and a little bit of the earth and like that shatter, and then like, am I alive? What happened?
So what happens to the mechanist? He's gone.
Just crushed inside his own mech like a can.
More the crushing of the mech and the whole yes.
Split.
So, Chuck's not a killer, but smashing the mech is the most important thing for him. If he got extra damage, well, that's on him. But it's not for Goldie. He's not calling out for Goldie.
No vengeance for her, only vengeance for our own pain.
Sorry, Polly, but no, not for Goldie.
Never for Goldie.
No,
Never again.
no.
Can't breathe. You can't cure a tier 6 status anyway with that.
No.
He's, no. I mean, no, you can't.
I could probably try to turn him into a vampire and give him my blood, but that's not going to be good.
You wouldn't
That's just
even
fine.
have the choice.
No.
You wouldn't.
Yep.
Okay, so let's just say that you finish them off. You just do a quick kind of search of the area, and you notice. I'm just going to give you this just before we end the session here, and then we'll do like our geek out during the credits. But I just wanted to say this: is that you, Corvus, in your like quick brief search of the area, you notice he's got like he's got a really kind of Spartan apartment that he lives in. There's all kinds of gears and like the guy, he's got like boiling.
It's
bottles
probably
and
more
beers
workshop
and
than
stuff.
apartment.
Yeah. And like you don't really know what's in it, but you do notice like he has he's got a medicine cabinet, and he has a bottle of pills in there. And you look at the bottle, you just happen to pick it up. I wonder what he's taking. And you notice that the
Not antipsychotics.
You notice the prescribing physician, and you just take a look at the name, and it strikes you. All of a sudden, you remember, I know this guy, Dr. Archibald Tennant. He's a professor of psychiatry at Payne University, and you know him, and you don't like him. You don't know him that well.
He often does the unethical thing of being a psychologist to his students, which you should not be if you are a psychologist and a professor.
I am not a student.
I'm the master.
And that's where we'll end the session. Oh, wait. Before that happens, you do think back to the moment where that window broke. You know, it was not real glass, but as it broke, you saw the shards. It sort of like time slowed down and the shards of glass flew out. And for just a moment, Penny, you looked at it and you thought, that's beautiful. And then we end the session. We go to geek out during the credits. Thank you for playing today. That actually completes our second case. Woo!
We finally did it.
We did it, yeah.
Mission accomplished. And we didn't die, especially Chuck.
I'm going to give myself a tier 5, another status just to like pass out, go unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think driving off there is, yeah.
Yeah, you probably were awake long enough to be like, did I get him? And you were like, yes, you did, Chuck. You did good, boy. And you're
Splat
like,
5.
yes.
Yeah. Did I do
The Rock ain't got nothing on you.
Yeah. So what was
All
that?
right. So we will start with who. Okay, so like I don't like to volunteer anybody for this because I don't know who's ready and who's not. So if you're ready to choose which, you'll do two things. You'll pick which one of the geek out during the credits items you would like to select and the bonus that corresponds with, and then you will tell us who you are and where we can find you.
Sure.
Who would like to go first?
I'll do it.
Okay.
So, I will say how has the crew grown in the session. We have realized, at least on some level, that Corvus's capacity for doing horrible things has grown considerably since the last time he's done something. And so the crew grew in the sense of there's probably more reason to be wary of Corvus now, rather than just him being some, you know, not just him being the Grim Reaper, but also being a very violent Grim Reaper. Not great. So I'm going to say also during this time, just kind of offhandedly, the person who was using the campus security van gave it back. We have it back again. So it's ready for our use. Just circumstance. Didn't really affect what I had to say, but yeah, nice bonus.
Yeah, it works.
And I am Wolf of Red Roses. I played, obviously, Corvus Castle this session. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Wolf of Red Roses. I don't stream very often because I have a full-time job, but when I do, I try and have a good time with it. Besides that, you can also find my short horror game Isolated on my itch.io page, which is also Wolf of Red Roses Studio. So go there. It is free to download. It's pay what you want. So if you want to give me like $1, you want to give me $5, you want to give me nothing, entirely up to you. Just play the game and enjoy it. That's what matters. But that's everything from me.
And I'll even put it in chat because I'm sorry, I forgot to put in the credits.
I remember someone saying on Discord it would take me a minute, and then
I still didn't do it.
It's fine. I told you to take your time with it.
I see it in the chat. Looks good.
There you go.
All right.
Paul?
What about,
Hello, everybody. My name is Paul. I had the pleasure of playing Penny Roberts today. She is terrified and in awe, but she's learning a lot. I feel like I really am in a tough situation for this geek out during the credits because I don't know whether to give Corvus a help point or a hurt point.
I think we know.
I think it's going to have to be a help point.
Oh, help.
And I will happily explain why.
Right.
So, right.
Yeah, I taught her how to use a gun. I didn't murder her. All in all, a good time.
Go ahead, tell us. I want to hear it.
Overall, the teaching how to use a gun, the calming presence, the fact that he was by her side the entire time, and for some reason knew what to do in this situation, has been such a valuable learning experience and a deep dive into the world of rifts. Because this is all new to her. She's barely understood what all this is. This has been a crash course of a past couple of days, with the past day Corvus leading the way in this crash course as the professor. So I feel like overall, this is actually more beneficial to Penny rather than hurtful, because she's going to be a bit more understanding later on about what to expect in the world of Rifts.
Okay. All right. Well, tell us where we can find you and who you are.
Yep, I like to stream around, so I'm on all sorts of Twitch streams for D&D, other tabletop games. I'm over at Gaijin Games, the Action Sturge, which are these lovely couple. They are stream Blaze in the Dark, very similar system to this, so if you did enjoy that, go check that one out. I also play over at Gallibond.tv, and I'm also in the Laughing Kitten podcast now, which is a wonderful experience.
Okay. Seeing Chuck was pretty much solo the entire time, which felt really weird. I didn't have any meaningful interactions with everybody because they came in. They were a bit late to the action.
The only one would be Sam, but she's dead.
And you can't give Sam a help point or her point.
We did last time, I think. I think we actually did last time.
We
did it as a joke.
Yeah,
we did.
Thanks, Sam. You didn't help.
Used your one power of making things bigger or smaller on a waste.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
It was cool, though.
No, it wasn't.
So it really wasn't. It really wasn't. So I'm just going to say which is under the most strain, like which of my things is under the most strain. My fans. My fans are my family no longer.
So do you know which one you're gonna mark fade on and burn all the tags for?
I was thinking of my defining relationship with my fans. They've just been totally ignored, and that will give it the last crack. And
okay,
as I said, it's the last crack, and it's no longer one of my tags. It will come back with something else.
We'll see.
It will be troll themed, and it will be the opposite of being fun, being good around people.
All right.
Chuck 100% was always great around people.
Well, but
There's
like
one
as in,
thing we can.
but then it also loses my my fake ID, so that's going to be annoying. But
No, you just turned 21. You don't need it anymore. Today was your birthday, Chuck.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. Here's a horrible fight with a giant robot guy.
And I'm Polly of Polly People. Twitch.tv/Polly People. I stream all the time. Come check me out. I am the MC. I'm also going to be on, hopefully playing tomorrow, Pathfinder here on GoblinCaveTV.
and that episode's going to be TPK Part 4.
Will
Yeah,
they all die? We didn't all die, so who knows?
Yeah,
What
no,
could be a
it wasn't-
TPK.
yeah.
It doesn't turn out to be.
It's been named that for a reason. It really has been. I just didn't expect the most naughty, like the worst ones to be the skeletons. 2 normal, ordinary skeletons. Kick the party's butt.
Gotta roll those die.
Just more the case of skeletons have damage reduction to slashing, piercing, and stuff. And the party only has slashing and piercing and stuff.
None of them has a hammer.
No.
Oh
Or magic with force damage, anything.
Shovel.
No, none of that. It was it was one of those things where you just, oh, this is great, and just never expected it. Hopefully we're going to be back with normal stuff. The previous episode should be actually up by this one going up. I might just play them back to back or upload them back to back because we actually haven't uploaded the previous episode yet. But we're back with Fu, and this also means that we can also bring in another player. We do have someone coming in to fill out our players to be 5, also 4 players, and also maybe even someone for 5, but that's less likely in 1 week's changeover just because of stuff and life getting in the way. In this case, study for that person. But that's what's happening. We'll be back next week, hopefully. And thank you, everyone. I'm not going to do a raid. Let's just do this with the outro. Thank you, Polly, for running this. You've had far too much time to get all those devious ideas.
Yeah, right.
And I love this. I want to say I do love this situation where you're constantly asking, so what can have this, what will make you separate from the party? Or what would have you, what would be your weakness? And it's been happening right from the start of this scenario right to the end. I love it. It's a brilliantly written scenario. I really do like the Carnival of Machines. Even if you didn't like Goldie. But let's do the outro. Thanks, everybody. See you
Bye.
hopefully tomorrow.
Bye.
Ta-ra.